My man.
What up, Corey? Damn, another show already.
I know.
It's like you put it up. Okay, well, just let everybody know. I guess you put up one this weekend, right? Which I think some people were asking me, hey, where's the Let's Do This?
Everybody kept asking me too.
Yeah.
They were getting mad. They were like, where's Let's Do This?
Yeah.
I want this.
Those
That's
people
cool.
go crazy for it. Yeah, I know, hey. Lets me know we're doing something right.
It's
for
nice
once.
to be in demand,
Yes.
my man.
In
Command
demand.
doing nothing but talking shit.
In command and in demand. Yes, that's
Because
right.
people, this is Let's Do This. I mean,
Right.
what we do on this show, as we explain every week, co-host and I,
Yeah,
we
just
get
hanging
together.
out. Yeah.
We just hanging out.
Shooting the shit.
We say we're hanging out. The show's kind of about you and about us.
Yep.
This is about what co-host and I want to do.
Yep.
And then we talk about you guys a lot, and then we read your emails.
Yes, that's what we do. It's
So
all about us
yeah.
and you and us together. And what we do in
You and
between,
me?
that'll be between us.
Us versus them.
us versus them.
Us
Yeah.
against the world.
Oh, we also solve world problems, politics.
Oh,
We get
every
into,
week.
Yes.
Every week. You want to know why
yeah.
World War III hasn't happened yet? Because we have prevented
We
it.
have many debates and discussions and arguments and yeah, you name it. We do it here.
Yeah.
all in one show.
Yeah. Damn, but you don't know what power there is in this room when
Yes.
we get together and do this.
Yes, two
Yeah, I mean,
geniuses.
So the first
black guy and a robot. Can you believe that?
You know, that's a dangerous combination, boy. You know, in the South, somebody's getting their guns ready.
Oh boy,
I don't like black people in the robot kind.
They're loading up that that truck and getting that flag ready. That Confederate flag flying high.
So the first half of the show is going to be us, as co-host said, bullshit and solving the world's problems.
Yes.
And the second half is going to be reading your emails. Mm-hmm. So now that we got that covered, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes,
a lot
we
of
do.
Stuff.
We have too much stuff.
It's going to be one of those shows, man. One of those. So, damn, man, I'm already kind of zipping on my thing. I'm ready.
You doing that? Okay. All right. I'm ready too, brother. Are you
almost-
ready?
Man, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, well, you ready? I'm ready.
You think the people out there are ready?
Are y'all ready? Hold on, we'll ask them. Are you ready? Are y'all ready?
No.
Oh, well, get ready then.
Get
Come
your ass
on.
ready. Put your pants on.
Okay,
Come on.
ask them again. Are they ready?
Are you ready? You sure?
Okay, that's good
Yeah.
enough for me. They're ready. I'm ready.
Let's do this! Woo! Get to the chopper!
Somebody said you got to do that all the time.
I always have to keep that in mind. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget.
Are the alternative name to this show? I've already decided the
alternative
name to this show is I'm a goat and I eat my own milk.
Oh, there you go.
Not drink my own milk, but I eat my own milk. A lot of curds in
There
there.
you go.
Like curds and whey.
Wow, that always disgusts me, but I love it.
So what I brought in here and what I'm having, if you look, I'm drinking the Dixie Black and Voodoo Lager.
Voodoo that you do.
The voodoo that you do, Lager.
Yes, it's a lager.
Lager. Look at the Lager.
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 Is that what you said?
I said Lager, yeah.
Oh no, it
already had
is in
something.
cursive. Corey has
You
problems
know,
with cursive
it's
handwriting.
too many
sometimes.
curves and loops in there.
Yes. Kind of crazy. What is this, Arabic?
the Los Angeles Lakers. But I was told that now the TABC wouldn't buy this from Louisiana
Oh, really?
because Louisiana didn't want to sell it to us because the TABC thought that this Dixie Bluto, damn, I cannot talk.
Dixie
Bluto.
Bluto, all right.
Yes, Popeye, but
Yeah.
make you want to beat up Popeye if you drink this. No, this Dixie Black and Voodoo Lager, it's they didn't want to sell it to Texas because the TABC thought that this beer contained satanic messages.
What?
I'm not lying about that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not lying.
Why? What? Because of the
Because-
image of a swamp?
Well, I guess the word voodoo would have something to do with that too.
What?
They thought that they were selling some swamp water voodoo to Texas,
I thought
man.
there was like some subliminal messages in this design here or something. I'm like, I'm looking in the deep swamp here for any kind of
Well, see, there it is.
devils or demons.
Now, do you see? They got those evil eyes
Here,
all
let me
over the
see.
label. You
Let me
see that?
Oh, I thought that was a frog.
No.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's an evil frog. If you make, hey, in fact, if you go like and play it backwards, there's a satanic message in there.
Satan.
Yeah, he's like, "Yes, kill your mother.
Kill your cats. Rape your chickens.
Yeah, I'm looking for the
Mr. Crowley.
I'm the Mr. Crowley.
Hey, look, there's Anton LaVey hanging out fishing back there.
Hey, he got a little straw hat on.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with a black man back there.
It looks kind of unusual with that goatee he has.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the image of like ghost children on the label or something. It's not there. No, it's apparently I think because of the word voodoo, I don't know. You know,
they're
Texas,
stupid and they're ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't think.
Stupid
Yeah.
ass. We live in Texas, people, but the rest of Texas is apparently very superstitious and stupid. So
they have a lot of catching up to do. So thank
Yeah.
God we're in Austin.
So now if we start talking backwards, people feel free to play the podcast backwards.
Day the Earth Stood Still was the greatest movie of all time.
All of a sudden, you turn the call out.
I had dinner with the director.
Lion King is propaganda for communism.
I spooned with the director. He whispered in my ear how good the day the earth stood still is.
He is one of us. One of us.
He's a nerd like us.
All right, I'm scared myself.
I know.
Stop this.
You know, Carlisle does have that goatee, that satanic goatee.
Yeah, he does. Oh, shit. Put two and two together?
Boy, you
Devil worshiper.
You too, boy. Woo! All right. So you were telling me a story.
Right. The story where Leon was... Leon had told the story on this week's Leog.
Yeah. And Leog is the show that Cyrus and Leon do.
The League of Extraordinary...
Extremely weird guys or something. Yeah.
League of Dorks or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. No,
nerd show.
He was the nerd show. He was going off about a story where apparently you invited him to a comedy club.
Yeah.
And he apparently heckled one of the comedians, and apparently the World War III broke out in the community world, all going against Leon and making terrible threats towards him, and especially by a celebrity,
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope, the guy who goes and sells
Girls
Girls
Gone
Gone Wild shit. Yeah. Apparently they were all writing him, telling him that he's an ass, and that, you know, if he ever pulled that shit in their club, that he would get a severe ass whipping.
First of all,
which at first, let me make, when I heard that story, it actually pissed me off, because it sounded like, obviously, you guys were in a club with a bunch of shitty comedians, and somebody finally just said, "Hey, tell some jokes." And apparently that person got super sensitive. The whole club.
And Leon was the one that yelled.
And Leon was the one who yelled it. But he was apparently the whole club was in an uproar, and said, you know, get the fuck out of here. And he said, fine, yeah. I mean, hey, you're doing me a favor. But apparently word got around, and he apparently was getting threats by other comedians. And I just didn't get that, because I'm like, I mean, shouldn't you be prepared for that if you're a comedian? It just didn't make any sense to me.
That's my logic behind it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're a comedian, you are always on guard for somebody to heckle you, and if you can fight it back, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
However...
Okay. Now, here comes your side of the story where...
Yeah, I think Leon already kind of... I don't think he's hiding anything.
No. He said, okay, he did say that, yeah, he knew he was absolutely wrong about it, and he apologized in more ways than one.
At the time, he felt very strongly that he was in the right about it.
Apparently so. But yeah, and I guess having a somewhat famous comedian say, hey, what the fuck is your problem? You know, that changes your mind all of a sudden.
Well, look, you know, I'm gonna defend any of you guys if I think you're right. I'm not. I'm not here. Yeah, I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus and make anybody out to be bad. No, I'm not. But I mean, I was there. Now, let me tell you the whole story. I was in defensive driving,
right?
And the instructor there, you know, at the end of defensive driving, and this guy was kind of cool at defensive driving. You usually go to defensive driving, comedy defensive driving. Mm-hmm. And every time I've gone to comedy defensive driving, I've only had two people that were actually funny. And you know why they were funny?
Why?
Because they didn't get up and tell jokes. They didn't practice their humor or their jokes or their material on
a bunch of people who don't want to be there to begin.
Yeah, don't want to be there. We don't want to hear that shit. We're here to get our certificates and maybe get some pizza and get the fuck on out of there.
Get some food and get the hell out and serve your time and boom. Yeah.
Damn, I had some people stop it was painful, stop the middle of class, like just comedy, the bit that they had just stuck out. I mean, they didn't know how to segue that shit into
Right.
their course or anything.
Right. Comedy is not easy, people. It
No.
is not easy. It's the hardest thing in the world,
No.
if you ask me.
Now I had two people there, two instructors, because apparently I'm a shitty driver. I speed a lot and I get a lot of tickets, so I go to defensive
Obviously.
driving all the time.
Right.
Now, so I've had two instructors that were cool, and what they did was they just came in, they taught the class, they didn't tell jokes, but they were humorous. They sat back and they were just cool with people.
Yeah.
And this instructor was one of those guys. He didn't have any material. He just like, look, I know y'all want to get out of here. I'm here to make a little extra money.
Yeah.
Promote the club.
Exactly.
And that's it.
He's being honest. And,
Yeah.
and sometimes that works. Yeah.
Exactly. He said, so we're going to get the hell on out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here. All right.
exactly.
You guys shut up. I'll shut the fuck up. We'll get through this. We'll look at the goddamn clocks. If somebody wants to take off their shirt, go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got some titties to show.
Yeah.
Press the
And
class.
he's like, I'm going to tell you some stories or something. I'll
Something,
make you laugh. I ain't going to sit up here and like,
Yeah.
why did the chicken cross the road to say fuck you?
Fuck you, yes. Great material, by the way. But yes, no.
Nothing like that.
Unfortunately, no. None of that.
So he gave everybody tickets, and I talked to him a little bit after class because I think he knew me or something.
Yeah.
So we were around that night. It was somebody's birthday, maybe it was Leon's, and we went. And so I said, hey, I got these tickets to the comedy club. Do you want to go? And he's like, yeah, let's go. So we went there. Now, people, we're not saying that we're the funniest people in the world. We're not.
No.
We're not above that at all. I love comedy, but
Yes. I love comedy too.
I'm gonna tell you,
yeah.
it takes a lot for stand up
It
for
does,
me
yes.
to laugh. That's just me.
I've seen people who tried it, who are obviously funny when you're funny when you're around your friends.
Yeah.
And you get up there, and that stage can either make you a star or just break down your
Destroy
will
your
and
ass.
destroy every ounce of confidence you ever had.
any humanity you had. I mean, you walk out of there looking like Gollum by the time it's over.
you better be awesome, or you are definitely going to get ass
Yeah.
raped up there, and it's gonna
yeah.
stick with you for the rest of your life.
I've seen some motherfuckers walk off stage looking like Gollum, turn to the audience like, so
Crying
they
on
ran off.
stage.
No, it hates us. It burns us. So these comedians, they weren't the best comedians in the world. There was one, but they were trying. And here's the deal. Now here's where the true story comes in. Okay. Yeah, these comedians might not have been the best comedians in the world, but they were local.
Right.
And nobody had any illusions about that. And they knew that we weren't listening to professionals.
Right.
And so we were kind of getting tired of it. And we're like, okay, well, let's go. And after a couple of drinks, now Leon is very vocal about his comedy.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he believes in comedians being pushed to the limit.
Right.
So he decides to yell out of the blue, and I did not see this coming. I saw him like getting frustrated. And he even
Are
said,
you sure you guys weren't like laughing at each other, like going, "Man, this motherfucker up here," to where it probably got to a point?
Well, that's
where
no. We were
it
at
was
the
like
table.
building up to where.
Oh no, at the
could
table.
happen.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. We were
Right.
being kind of snotty. I mean, to
Right.
ourselves, we're like, oh,
Right.
man, this
This
comedy right
motherfucker,
here.
yeah.
Look at this motherfucker walking
Yeah.
out here. This shit ain't
This
funny.
motherfucker ought to put his dick in his mouth. Then then he's
That'd
funny.
be funny. Yeah, if you can bend over and blow yourself,
Yeah.
that's funny.
That's
Ladies and
humor.
gentlemen.
That's humor.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of thing. So we were at the table laughing, but
Right.
now here's where we draw the line here between me and Leon. I know I can gauge the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And everybody in that club, they were there having a good time. Now I'm not saying that they were going gangbusters for the comedians.
Right.
I'm not saying that they were actually maybe not thinking that the comedians weren't that good, but for whatever reason,
Right. They were having a good time.
they were laughing at this guy. So the guy that actually got heckled, he came out and people were chuckling and
Right.
and laughing, and,
Yeah.
and it was a good atmosphere.
Right.
So Leon takes a sip of his drink, and then he looks up, and I knew something was going to happen because his eyes got big. And he yells out, "Tell some jokes!" Now the place goes quiet, and everybody kind of looks at us, and you get that uncomfortable murmur across from like. Pretty much people say, "What the fuck was that?"
A lynching was about to take place.
That's what it felt like. Everybody was looking. Now, I'm not lying. Everybody kind of stopped and looked. You might hear otherwise what I'm telling you.
Right.
Because when it first happened, everybody thought I was being sensitive. Because I even told him, I was like, I put my head down, like,
Yeah.
fuck. And the guy was like, "What'd you say? I'm a sleazebag?" And he says, "No, tell some jokes." And the guy was like, "What the fuck?" And so the waitress comes over and she says, "Guys, you can either be quiet or you can leave." Leon says, "Well, I'm gonna leave."
Yeah.
And so we all walk out together. And now as we're walking out, I didn't tell Leon this, but the guy that was on stage, I knew that guy.
Damn.
And the instructor who gave me the tickets was looking at us too as we were being walked out.
Oh shit.
So I'm just like, fuck.
He did you a good thing.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
did you a
Now,
favor.
like I said, I'm not one to throw anybody under the bus here, but
No. Yeah.
but we were wrong.
Yeah, you
And
were
when I
wrong.
say I'm using we loosely because I didn't say shit. Okay.
Number one, you knew the guy, and you also knew the guy who gave you the free tickets.
Yeah,
You know,
and I just like I said, had the audience been kind of like, oh fuck, man, this guy's no good.
yeah.
Then somebody gonna
if
step
you could
up.
tell,
and-
if obviously you could tell it's a painful experience for everyone.
Yeah.
Then yeah, because you know somebody in that crowd is dying to say the same thing. But I understand when you're telling me how that crowd is into it. It makes me think of
When I say when I say into it,
not
I don't
into
mean
but
like
not
they were
totally
cheering.
into it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at least they're having a good time.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like when some of these screenings that we have for some of these fucking terrible comedies.
Yeah.
Where everyone is in there only because they got them for free. But they are looking to have a good time. So they're laughing at any fucking random stupid ass joke that comes up. And the whole time you're sitting there, like people like us where we have enough sense, I hope,
Yeah.
to think that this shit ain't funny. But yet again, it's like, what am I in fucking Bizarro World? Because everyone else seems to be laughing. I don't know what the hell they're laughing at, but Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I stupid? But
you know what? You don't get up and yell at the audience.
No,
like,
no.
What
No,
are you
don't.
crazy? This movie's stupid. This movie's stupid.
Yeah, because
It's
nobody.
stupid.
Yeah, because nobody gives a shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're in their moment, and they don't need you pissing on their cereal. So,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So and basically, we were the disruptive ones.
Right.
So I had to go back and
and you were black,
and,
and I'm sure.
and it doesn't help. You know that they were thinking,
Oh,
damn,
these good. Yeah,
can't let black people into nothing, man.
This black comedians over here.
Exactly.
Something blacks think they're funny or something.
Exactly. They're talking
They're
movies.
the
and
only
now
ones that could be funny around
can
here.
go to a fucking. You know, if the comedian was black, they would have done this.
Oh, yeah,
What do they think this
exactly.
is? The Apollo?
Exactly. This ain't the Apollo.
Yeah.
Some decent people paid money to get in here.
Yeah, up in here.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and apologize. I went back and I told the guy, and they even told me they said
They were
I was
cool
like,
with you?
they were cool, but
Yeah.
they said I said, man, I apologize. I said my friend was the one that did that, and I didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah.
And I know you saw all three of us because we were with somebody else. And I said, you
really?
saw all three of us being escorted out.
So there were three of you.
Yeah,
Who's the other person?
I can't remember who it was.
Oh, okay.
I think
How did-
it might have been High.
Oh,
And you
shit,
know, High,
really?
High's gonna say, I agree. He should have yelled at him. I'm like, but you know how angry
Yeah.
High gets a thing. High be like,
was he pissed?
No, I
You
think
think-
High was on Leon's side. I
Oh,
think
he was.
I think he was
he
like,
didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he
Okay,
was-
now
you
that
know,
makes
but you-
makes perfect sense because I was like, I was really upset.
no, you know how High is. High
Oh,
was
no,
like,
I know High.
They're terrible. Then fuck them. You know,
yeah,
I'm like,
fuck him.
But
yeah.
I said,
fuck all you guys. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what
High
he
has an attitude
High
like
would
that.
tell. I'm surprised High didn't do that. But yeah.
Exactly. High might get mad and he'll get mad at the world and he'll take shit out on anybody
Oh, yeah.
within arm's reach. But but I went back and the guy said, and so I said, look, I apologize. And they knew who I was. They remember me. And I said, yeah, man, that was really, I understand what cool. And they said, hey, we understand you weren't involved or anything. If you say so, then that's cool. We know you. And the guy even was like, yeah, you're in my class. And yeah, but they said, they did say, but yeah, man, that really was not very cool. He's like that. He said, you understand that was just kind of disruptive and it kind of just ruined the flow for everything. I mean, and you ruined this guy's set. And I was like,
Oh shit.
I was like, and when they say you, they wasn't, he really wasn't saying me. He just kind of like he just wanted to let you know that, hey, I know you see people heckling all the time in movies and whatnot, but there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
If the audience is not wanting you to do that,
Right.
don't do it.
Yeah, or they'll let you know. Yeah, like apparently they let you guys know that hey, we're not with you.
Man, I saw on our way there was a table full of women at the front, and they looked at us like, "You assholes." We came in here for a good time.
Shitheads.
Yeah, we was 6th Street. They looked at us like, 6th Street. It was at the
Right.
Velveeta Room. They looked at us
okay.
like a bunch of 6th Street drunks coming in here. Can't go anywhere around here without this shit.
You were those guys for the night.
Yeah, we were.
It happens.
And
Hey,
they tell you at places like
Yeah.
Comedy Sports Club, they'd say if you heckle, you'll get thrown out.
You get thrown out. Right,
Yeah, they
right.
just heckling is something apparently that it can get out of hand, and
Right.
sometimes it's merited and sometimes it's not.
Sometimes you got to think too if the club is paying people to be there and you're disrupting the entertainment.
Yeah.
or trying to turn people off it. That means that they might not come next time. So they're going to do what they can to protect their investment, I guess.
Yeah. Now, if you at the Apollo or you at a
Oh, no,
black club, you go.
That's the
gonna
place
happen,
to do
yeah.
it. No, that place was built on hecklers. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
That's the house that hecklers built.
There are certain
Yes.
black clubs you go to, and they know.
That's the entertainment.
They gonna
That's-
let you know,
that's
yeah.
the entertainment right there. Yeah.
And I don't mind that. I mean, look,
No,
the
there's a-
Velveeta
there's-
ain't asking for people with their A game to come up.
Right.
Apparently, they just asking for people to come up.
Just please, yeah, because I mean, yeah, Austin. I don't know. I'm not into the the comedy scene here at all. So I didn't even know it existed, to be honest. But I know a few here and there. You know, people we know.
Yeah.
But I don't know the scene. But apparently, everyone after this had happened, apparently the comedy community were up in arms and. They were looking to hunt down
they
and
gonna
lynch
lynch
Leon.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Now that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I would say, why are you making a big deal out of
Right.
this one guy who it's a heckler?
Right. Exactly.
Is that big a deal that you go and like attack one heckler?
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind of fucking pathetic if you ask me. Just because it's like, really? I mean, you're gonna worry about one fucking guy?
Yeah.
For one show? I mean, well, yeah. So what?
And it
It
wasn't
happens
even
all the
that-
time.
yeah.
Yeah. Is this the first time in the history somebody's heckled for crying out loud?
Yeah, I mean,
and you can't get over it. Your feelings are hurt that bad.
No,
But-
yeah,
which,
if you ask
you know,
me,
a
Leon
lot-
was wrong, but
Right. No,
but
he
the
was
thing-
wrong, but yeah.
the thing is that you coming after him.
Yeah.
I think the guy is. How is he any different from any other heckler on any night? I mean,
Exactly.
if nothing else, with a bunch of drunks.
Exactly.
Dismiss us.
And yeah, and you know what? And it's funny because God knows if people are worried about if comics are worried about shit that's being said to them on stage. Imagine the shit that's being said to you online, especially with popular comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane that a comedian can take it that serious because you know what? I've always had this idea in my head that a lot of comedians out there are really insecure. And,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
is their moment to shine.
lot of
It's
comedy
like, hey,
comes from pain.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, when you
need more pain.
When you hit that right button, yeah,
Somebody
when you-
hit us on the
yeah,
head.
When you hit that right button, oh boy, I mean, and this is a good example. I mean, even Doug Stanhope fucking went after him, which was insane to hear. I'm
Doug
like,
Stanhope he's been heckled and he
Oh,
can
yeah.
handle it. And then I've seen some people like Joe Rogan get heckled,
Oh, yeah.
and they take that shit like a man, and they are prepared, and they come right back at somebody,
Exactly.
and they make that person shut up.
Oh yeah,
And
That's
are
the
they,
true
and they working
test.
into their
Yeah.
routine.
Right.
Now, if you gonna get online and start crying about I got heckled, look, this guy, the guy that I knew, we weren't buddies or anything. I just knew the guy.
Yeah.
But even if he was my best friend, I'd say, why you crying online? Be a fucking man.
exactly.
You know?
You're fucking writing that shit down in your fucking little diary that's on the fucking internet,
Yeah.
which is sad enough.
Boo-hoo,
But,
I got
exactly.
heckled.
But fucking be a man up and say, yeah, hey, guess what? I got fucking heckled. Jeez, maybe I ought to work on my shit. All right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
then that's it. Be done with it. Fuck that guy. He don't know what funny is. I'm funny. I'm like, that doesn't work.
No. If you come out and the only comeback you have is I'm a sleazebag, it's
Yeah.
like, no, that's what he said. I'm a scumbag. That's
I'm
what he
a
said.
scumbag.
I'm a scumbag.
No, dude, you suck.
No, it's just like you just open yourself up for another hit.
Now you're asking questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too sure if you want to hear the answers.
Yeah, do you really want to know?
Yes.
Yes, you are a scumbag because you can't.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry your set got disrupted, but
I
fuck
know.
you.
Yeah,
Come up
fucking-
with
yeah.
some good shit.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop the show now? Fucking say something. Be
So
a man.
you can cry, wait for the waitress to come up and do your job.
Exactly.
You're a comedian.
Who's this waitress? Your mother?
Being professional. You know what?
Leave my baby
and if
alone.
you can't hold up, if you get slammed that night, you go lick your wounds and work on your shit.
Exactly. That's you know what, and that's the thing. That's what a lot of these comedians, because God knows they probably have plenty of friends that hang out with them constantly, letting him know, oh, dude, you're fucking hilarious. Only because they're on a stage, but deep down, you know, it takes a real friend to tell you, hey, dude, your shit ain't
Yeah.
funny. All right,
Yeah.
work on it, please.
Yeah, and
because
if-
you're
yeah.
embarrassing me right now.
Look, you talking about the comedy community is coming after one guy who made like less than 5 minutes of heckling.
Yeah, and I was like, what community? There's
Yeah.
a fucking community out there.
What you know what people? I'll tell you something. If you're listening to this, I doubt you are. But if you were in that group of people,
Yeah.
I don't care how big and bad you are. I don't care if you can mop the floor with me. But if you're within that community and you're coming after one heckler, your community of suck ass comedians.
Oh yes. And another thing, if you're not Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Griffin, shut the fuck up. All right,
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck about what you have to say. Yeah, don't be crying. Fucking look. Hey, take some notes. Look at some real comedians. Take some notes and fucking work on your shit. All right.
You think that shit would work against somebody like D.L. Hughley?
No.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He's prepared to come out
He
and
is
cap on
prepared.
people.
He's a man. He's
Yeah,
a man.
exactly.
He has his ammunition. He's ready to go.
And you know what? You ain't gonna say shit about him because you know he's ready. Mm-hmm, you think I saw what's his name? Oh man, my one of my favorites, the guy who just doesn't give a shit, dead now. We mentioned his name before we even started.
He's
dead. He died of cancer.
He died of cancer. Bill Hicks?
Bill Hicks.
Oh, I was about to say. Yeah.
I've seen Bill Hicks come on.
Bill Hicks?
Yeah, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
No, Bill Hicks. I saw several shows of his, and one of them,
yeah.
the whole audience turned against him.
I was going to mention that because I'm like, you know what? The comedians out there that have a fucking problem with that, with hecklers, fucking watch how a real man fucking handles his shit.
Watch a whole room turn against somebody.
Turn against somebody, and how he just fucking fires back and he fucking wins. You know,
Yeah.
You just see a man, and that's what is what I will always respect watching that. I'm glad I was able to see something like that. I saw that on Access Television.
They show a lot of him.
They show a lot of him, which thank God because it's great material.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw that video, it really like inspired me to go. There's a guy with the whole that audience right there could have represented the entire world, and to him, I'm sure in his head he was thinking these are the people that I'm trying to entertain, and they're not getting my shit. So you know what? And they're giving me shit right now. Fuck them. I'm gonna let them know what I'm all about. Yeah.
He said, you know what? You don't like me? Guess what, motherfuckers? I get paid for being up here.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stand up here.
Yeah.
If you hate me or not. Yeah.
And
you know what? He was doing some
it's
smart
amazing.
shit, and the people got mad at him. He did some shit about religion. All of a sudden, the audience is like, you can't do that. He's like, fuck y'all.
And he just he did his thing, and he was brutally honest about what he was telling them, and just what he was feeling up there on stage, and that had the biggest impact on me watching that because I was like, wow, that's a guy who fucking is putting his heart into what he's fucking doing, and he's not going to let anyone tell him that he fucking sucks.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
and he's not going to let that get to him. He's going to go, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what? You're fucking listening to me right now. You paid to get in this fucking shitty bar, and you're going to fucking listen to every word I say because you know what? You're not fucking leaving. Are you?
That's what co-host tells me before every broadcast.
If you hate it that much, fucking walk out. But you know what? You're not because you're fucking compelled. You want to hear every fucking ounce of shit you don't want to hear coming out of my
eyes
throat.
are glowing red right now.
I'm here to unleash the fury, the anger, my comedy fury. Why did the chicken cross the road? Fuck you. I turned into Arnold for some reason.
I know. Always because Arnold's funny.
He's unfortunately, I definitely feel that it's kind of sad. I'm hoping somebody will come up and rise to the ranks that guy did. If you're not familiar with his comedy, please go pick up his albums. There's all kinds. There's plenty of material out there. Look on YouTube, online. Buy his shit. I mean,
really, as much as I like Richard Pryor, Bill Hicks was one who just came out and didn't give a shit. Man.
No, not at all.
He's one of the greatest out there.
Yes.
Probably the greatest you've never known, man.
I consider him like an outlaw comic. I mean, did not give a shit.
We're not building up his legend or anything. I mean,
no. I wouldn't say this. He
really didn't give a shit.
No. Oh yeah. There's times when I go without listening to his material like for long periods of time. But when I do listen to it, it always strikes me as like, wow, this guy was way ahead of his time. And it's amazing. Everything he says in his comedy is still relevant, you know.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
Anyway,
so there you
him
go,
and George Carlin.
Yeah. So,
but that's a whole other story.
Get out there. And,
comedians quit being. Get your fucking
Instead of instead of talking about beating somebody's ass, which y'all ain't gonna whoop nobody's ass. What y'all a gang?
Yeah, no, exactly. Get your fucking dicks out of your purse, all right? Just come on.
Shit, you know what you need to do?
It's comedy, dude.
Go get ready for that shit. Instead of beating somebody, sharpen your comedy. That's what you do, motherfucker.
If a movie sucks, we'll tell you. If your comedy sucks, we'll fucking tell you.
Yeah, shit. That's just the way it is. You know, shit. We've been told we suck a lot of times. We come back.
I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
I don't want people to love me.
We still here.
I want people to fear me, Corey. Fear,
hate me.
Yes.
So anyway, man. Hey, speaking of telling people about that shit, did you see the Golden Globes?
No, not because I know I went on a rant about how all awards shows are shit. I could care less, but no, I didn't. I forgot. I had no idea. I missed a lot of shit this week.
I did too.
Missed a football game.
Man, people will tell me the Grammys on. I will not watch that shit. I don't have to. I kind of have to watch the award shows so we can talk about it. But all these award shows, like the Grammys will be mentioned the next day, and I'm like, that shit was on? Oh, I didn't even know. Well, fuck it. But I was. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because we were talking about it the other night, last night on the Coleman's. Yeah, a couple of Coleman's. Me and Carlisle were talking about it, but. Yeah, it was those award shows, man. I kind of like them in a way because you get to see actors and actresses and celebrities be real people. And when I say real people, you get to see them fuck up. You get to see them fall on their ass without a script.
They're like, hey, they're not as smart as that character they always portray in those films.
And those people you think are hilarious, you get to see them come out and bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And that's a sad thing. There's nothing worse than seeing... I guess you're going to mention the Sacha Baron Cohen.
I mentioned it last night. I'll mention it. Everybody heard it. I don't want to mention it too much again. But I really just when you Borat. Sacha Baron Cohen is Borat. And he's come out. And
I think he's a genius.
Yes, he's giving some hilarious speeches. Look, nobody's 100%, right?
No,
not at all.
He's not a stand-up comic.
And Jamie, we're not making it fun of you right now, 100%. No, he's. I've never seen him do any kind of stand-up.
No,
I've seen him come out and do some impressive things. And he did do some. He did an acceptance speech one year, and it went on a little bit long.
Right.
But you could tell when somebody's been told that they're great.
Oh yeah,
and they come out and they have material that is not all that great, but they think it's great because. Hey, I'm Sacha Baron Cohen.
I had that problem with Jim Carrey when he was on all those award shows and he was coming out in his costumes, and I was just like, dude, just please, you're annoying me now. You know?
Yeah, people. This is where I think award shows should be. Either get up there, be down to earth, and say some funny things like a person, not like trying to do some stand up.
Right.
And then just or have somebody write something for you.
Right.
Otherwise, just get the fuck on off.
Exactly.
I mean,
now I tell you what, I did see the clip of Tracy Morgan. I thought that was pretty damn funny.
Okay, Tracy Morgan's always probably gonna be funny. Yes. What did Tracy Morgan do?
Oh, he went up there and he was like, yeah.
I'm laughing already.
He basically, I'm gonna butcher his material because I only heard it once, but he mentioned that he talked to the girl. From 30 Rock, the main girl. See, I told you. Jesus. But anyway, he said they had a deal where if Obama wins, that he'd be allowed to make all the speeches.
Tina Fey,
yeah. He'd be allowed to do all the speeches, and he was like, yes, this is post-racist America right here. He's like, you hear that, Kate Blanchett?
Post-racist America
exactly.
right here.
He went on. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to imitate him, but yeah, he's like, yeah,
what's up, America?
What's up, America? He's like, I'd like to thank the catering, the craft services, because they make some badass food and
because y'all make some good food.
Yeah, he's just was naming all, but just his presence and how he just looks like he's a drunk up there, which is funny enough.
Did he make a fool out of himself, or was he really funny?
He was funny. He was actually funny.
Did people laugh?
He always like draws that line where he could go over and start just looking like an idiot, but he could care less. He's in his own world, and I think that's what makes a lot of his shit work all the time.
Yeah,
that's why I'm a fan. He could care less what any. Now there's a guy who can give two fucks about what you think about his comedy.
Oh, I've seen him on interviews, and he'll just stop in the middle of the interview, like he was talking to one guy because somebody put the clip up on my page, and he was talking to them. He was on some show, and he was talking to this guy, and he's like, "Yeah, 30 Rock. Look at me, I'm handsome. Turn that camera around on me right there. I look good."
Exactly. And that's that guy. He could be insane for all we know. He could be like a raging lunatic. Like nobody knows, and that's what makes him fucking hilarious. And I love it. Yeah, he's in his own world, and I love watching it. I love watching the chaos.
Oh yeah,
he went up there and he was just going off, and he was doing his thing, and he was
doing his thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
He was just doing his thing, could care less, and
that's brilliant.
It is.
And see, that's the difference between somebody like him and somebody like Sacha Baron Cohen. Now, I don't know the guy. He might have been as sincere as a fucking undriven snow out there, or whatever they say, But he went out there and he had this look on his face like, I'm Sacha Baron Cohen. Everything I say is going to be funny. And he came out.
Now you telling me that almost makes me wonder. And I'm not trying to say this is what he was doing, but maybe he went. I hope to God, if you're saying he's as bad as he seemed to be, that he went out there intentionally trying to be bad,
No, he did not.
Like some kind of shtick or something. Okay.
No, because he kind of came out, like I said, he told, For those of you who didn't hear the cold ones, I'll just repeat what I heard here. If you heard it already, fuck you. I'm gonna say it again. So he comes out now early in the night. Sandra Bullock comes out and she says, "What was it? She's talking about Last Chance Harvey." Yeah. And it has Dustin Hoffman and Emma Thompson in it.
Okay.
And she says, a movie about a man who falls for a woman decades younger than he is, just like most people in this room.
And I'm already cringing because fucking Sandra Bullock is saying
it gets a chuckle. Stop. Now, Sandra Bullock can kind of get away with it because Sandra Bullock, she comes out and she says in a way that's, well, the way she comes out, she kind of comes out and she says in a way that's kind of like, that girl next door kind of thing. That
I'm
works
tired
for
of
her.
that.
Everybody, but for her, it worked because it didn't seem rehearsed too much. It seemed like, okay, I'm whatever. Right. Now, and by the way, I know Emma Thompson was a decade younger than Dustin Hoffman. I thought those fuckers were kind of the same age.
Yikes.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Emma Thompson. I think you pretty and everything, but I didn't.
I think Dustin Hoffman clones himself or something. The guy should not. I mean, he was old when he did The Graduate, for crying out loud.
That guy, Dustin Hoffman's the guy that's really never been young. If you look at him.
Not at all. No, his career started super late for an actor. I mean, especially for the roles he was getting at the time.
Yeah, I know. In the Graduate, he has less wrinkles or whatever, but it was something about him. He still looked like a wise old man or something. So, if I want to ask him some questions about life, he'd be able to answer them.
Right.
So then now a few minutes later, Sacha Baron Cohen comes out and he says, Benjamin Button, a movie about an old man with a young face.
Yeah.
Just like most people in this room. I was like, okay, that's just been done already. All right.
He's straight on the same joke.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and you know what? That's scary because you think that's going to be the fucking running joke throughout the entire show.
Exactly. I said, how many other people come out with this shit? I mean, at this point, if you got this on a piece of paper, you ball that shit up and just like, fuck, and throw that shit to the side.
Hearing Sandra Bullock, they would go, fuck, there goes my comedy. But you going to bitch about it?
Sacha Baron Cohen, on the hand, was kind of like, it's my joke too, and I can make it funnier. So he comes out and then he tells, and he comes out and then he tells his joke and he kind of flubs his line a little bit because he repeats a word twice. And and then what was that joke? It says, and our condolences go out to Madonna, who had to fire several of her personal assistants. We feel for you, Guy Ritchie. Yeah. And it's like,
due to the economy. That's what it is. And the economy is hitting everyone. I saw that clip.
Now, this is a room of celebrities, so I could give a fuck what they think, but you could look. These celebrities ain't kissing your ass, and because look, nobody really gives a shit about Madonna that much. Let's just say nobody really cares about Guy Ritchie. I mean, I'm not saying maybe they do. Maybe all these people are friends with Madonna. I just can't see them like wanting to defend Madonna that bad. But they're not laughing at Sacha Baron Cohen.
The funny thing is that the first time I was ever aware of Sacha Baron Cohen, he was doing his Ollie G character.
Yeah.
He did it on a European MTV Music Awards one time. I can't remember. It could have been like 2000, the MTV European 2000 Awards. And I had no fucking idea who this guy was, but I'm like, man, this guy's like really trying hard to be funny. And I just didn't get it. I was like, who's this fucking guy? Why does he think he's funny? And then years later, you realize that it was all an act.
Yeah, exactly.
He's playing a character.
Okay.
But the thing is that I think Madonna had a big part in jump-starting his career.
Yeah, he was in that video of hers. It was like that techno video.
Right.
And he played the limo driver. So maybe...
That's right. So you could tell there's some kind of... he may have written that for her, for whatever.
He's probably close with it. Probably would not. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody was not laughing to defend Madonna.
Right.
I'm not saying they hate her or anything. I'm just saying you can look at people and saying... They kept cutting Selma Hayek. Because I think
was she laughing at everything?
No, she was looking at him like, really. She had this look on her face like, nigga, please. She was looking at him like she was looking at him like, what are you doing? And then it cut to other people who were just kind of like shaking their head like, okay,
you know what? MTV has, that's the one thing I will give the MTV awards about any kind of awards they have. Like if somebody's getting ripped into, they will always cut that camera to somebody who's sitting in the audience getting ripped on with the most like disappointing look on their face, and I'm just like, why do people come to these shows? If you're gonna get ripped on, you better fucking watch out because they're gonna get that camera right in your fucking face, and you're gonna look like somebody just took a shit on your mother on stage. Like,
I know you better be ready to do something because I'm thinking about that time Eminem came out talking shit about Moby.
Yeah.
You remember that Moby was just sitting in the audience just looking at him?
Oh yeah,
and I was thinking, Okay, first of all, who the fuck is Eminem?
Yeah.
Eminem, little white dude, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to act bad, but I can tell you, I know about 50 people who could whoop Eminem.
Yeah.
Pick him up and throw him through a window.
Right.
I mean,
talk is cheap.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you just because you hide behind Dre and a bunch of black people don't
Right.
mean you
Don't
can't
mean
nobody
you're
come
not-
up and
exactly.
choke your ass. You know,
Exactly.
Eminem. I'm sorry, Eminem is not threatening,
No.
and so
You know, he's especially not threatening when he feels threatened by a talking dog puppet.
yeah, he got mad.
He got super mad at Triumph.
Triumph.
And I was like, really, Eminem? I was like, I appreciate your music, but dude, you're getting mad at a fucking puppet right now? Really? Wow. Are you sure you want to look back on this and you're going to go, yeah, kids, I almost got into a fucking fight with a goddamn puppet. The goddamn puppet.
But I
With
think
a
they-
big fucking
yeah.
cigar in his mouth.
But I think they made up later. That's what,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think
They're
they
buddies
called
now.
a truce.
Yeah.
It was like East Coast, West Coast shit going on. I think they made a truce.
Hopefully he looked at that video and just
Yeah.
said, all right, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
I better get my priorities straight.
God damn, that's a latex puppet. I'm talking.
He's about to fight. He's staring down a puppet.
It's not even a human puppet. It's it's a dog puppet.
There's a guy. You can imagine there's a guy with an arm just laughing because Eminem's not looking at him. He's looking at the fucking dog puppet.
Eminem trying to act too tough to like,
Yeah.
no man, no man.
Fucking don't be looking at me like that.
Yeah,
dog.
get off me, man.
Don't look at me like that, dog.
Fucking puppet.
Yeah.
Man, fuck, get away from me, man.
Come
You're looking
on.
at me.
And I kid.
No man, I ain't kidding with you. Go on somewhere.
You're a rapper who wants to talk about fucking his mother. I kid.
I just wanted to see him strangle that puppet.
Exactly.
Like, not even go after the guy.
yeah.
Like he puts his arms around the puppet neck. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Exactly. Going over chairs, like fucking knocking off Christina Aguilera's makeup off, and
Knocking
big
a
old
wig
fight,
off.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, man. You know, you know audience and shit.
Right.
You can read if you bombing. I mean, if you at a place where everybody wants to kiss your ass. Because people chuckle at some of the lamest shit, you ain't going over too well. I mean, they actually cut to the motherfuckers. I forgot they cut to somebody who they were kind of shaking their head like, I don't get this. Yeah, it's like why, you know? So yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Don't come out there with your material. You
Right,
know,
exactly.
This ain't
Yeah.
the comedy
Exactly.
show.
Isn't that time to test out your shit?
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
if you're not a comic.
Yeah, exactly. Now where was Leon out there?
I know, right?
Tell
That's
some
when you
jokes.
Need, yeah, tell some jokes, you bastard.
Now, that's one time I
Yeah.
would have said Leon, please, and the audience would have been like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. So anyway, man, I hate all these kind of award shows. Now, if they gave me an award, I would be all up in the ass. What I'd be on stage.
Why would they give
crying
you
and-
an award, Corey? What'd you do?
You never know what I got up my sleeve. I got a award.
If they ever gave me my internet award.
Exactly. When the Academy Awards get award for best podcast between a black man and a robot. We will be up there. You'll be crying. I'll be crying. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my producer, Jamie.
I'm not going to thank God because he had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. It's all me. Got
Yeah.
nobody to think but myself. Fuck y'all. Good night.
Yeah.
Be like 3-6 Mafia up there.
No, I'm going to call up Tracy Morgan to the stage so
To
he
get-
can give out the speech.
Accepting
yes.
on behalf
Yes,
of
Tracy
Let's
Morgan.
Do This.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Fucking robot up here.
Up in here. Man and machine doing shit.
Oh my god.
I look pretty.
Pretty-
So anyway, man. All right. So what else we got?
what else do we got?
Some things. to
Damn.
talk
Why? Well, apparently you're leaving, right?
I am.
I heard. I heard.
Oh,
a
did
little
you?
bit.
Okay.
I heard half of the show today. A couple of cool ones. But
I guess I should say yeah.
you are leaving to
I'm-
Cannes.
No,
What is this?
get
What-
cans.
Like Cannes. Or the
I'm going to the
Sun Film
Academy
Festival?
Awards.
You are.
I'm going to the Golden Globes. Are they done already?
You're going to the Nickelodeon Awards. Where you going, Corey? You're gonna get slimed on. You lucky bastard.
I'm going. I'm going to the National Association of Janitors Awards.
There you go.
Get my shit out. But no, I'm going to Sundance.
You bastard. How'd you do that?
Well, let me tell you, man. I don't want to say anything in front of Carlisle because I just didn't want to hear it. Well, you didn't invite all of us, but
You
it was.
didn't invite me.
Yeah, exactly. There was a guy who was online. A guy, I believe his name is James. I'm going to use his whole name, but
Yeah.
he said, "I know that you've been dying to see this movie, Black Dynamite."
Right. I remember we showed it. We did
Yeah.
a Spill World premiere on Let's Do This. Yeah.
Yes. So he sent an email saying tickets for Black Dynamite,
Wow.
and he said, "Look, I have a ticket I have 2 tickets to Black Dynamite, and I have some tickets to some other films. He says, if you want to come to Sundance and watch them, he said, you can. Now, I actually called the guy, and I said, look,
make
man,
sure it was legit?
Yeah, I said, I need to make some arrangements. We actually exchanged some emails. And I'll say, James, that's a very nice gesture, man. My guy's cool. We got some cool ass people on here. I'm just waiting for the day we go to the wrong house, and it's a family of vampires or werewolves
Fucking Leatherface waiting for you.
Exactly.
Hit you over the head with a mallet.
Bing, yeah.
See, look. Why does that chair look like Corey Coleman?
So he said, now, I called him up and I said, look, I know at this time right now, Sundance is no place to stay.
Yeah.
And he said, look, man, you can come stay with me. He's like, look, yeah, we're not that far away. My brother is leaving for Singapore. So if you come in at the right time, I'll even pick you up from the airport. So I'm 15 minutes away anyway. So no matter what, I'll come pick you up.
Right.
So I have to go. I have to go to New York next week.
Right.
So I said, hey, just I'll go to this thing, and if I can fly out of Utah and go to New York, then I'll do it. And I think we arranged it that way. So,
cool.
So yeah, so I'm going to report on Sundance because it's not just a trip that's lost. I mean, it's movie related. And I'll report on some stuff there. And
lucky bastard.
Oh yeah, man. So he said,
how come you didn't invite me?
You're more than welcome to go.
No,
I mean,
I'm not going.
Look, it's not. Spill didn't pay for that.
Right.
I
know. That's why I'm not going. I can't.
I paid for my ticket. Yeah,
shit.
exactly. I paid for my ticket to go to.
What you guys
Utah.
are paying me? I can barely afford. Goddamn.
What you gonna do with money anyway?
Yeah,
exactly.
There's internet things I can do with it.
But you get those for free?
No. I get nothing for free.
You're like, I'm feeling guilty now. I got to pay for my porn.
Well, that's
now.
cool, dude.
All those hard-working porn stars, and we're robbing them by stealing their material for free online.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody.
Don't tell anybody. But let's see.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was looking to. I'm sorry. I thought
What
I
were
had
you
an
looking
important email. I'm sorry.
So
yes.
So basically,
I'm gonna go to Sundance.
Right.
I have a friend of mine named Kevin there that I'm gonna meet. The guy I grew up with. He's gonna be there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
you got friends there.
Yeah, exactly. So and look, nobody's leaving this stuff kind of exclusive. I mean, people want to go to places. You can.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to pay your own way. That's all. I mean,
that sucks.
Yeah, I get paid to go to New York, and that's it. I don't, if I'm flying around the world, I'm usually going to see a relative or somebody's invited me to go, and I paid my way there.
Right,
and so that's
cool.
that.
Oh, real quick before I forget, one of the guys you were hanging out with in London sent me a really cool email. I wish, and that's the thing. Like, I friended him on my page, and then
Nick?
Maybe it was. I can't remember.
Nick Hodges.
Oh shit.
We got named Rick.
I can't remember because I just read the email. I read the comment that he sent with the friend request. It was really nice. He invited me out to London next time next time we end up going out, or at least you go out. And he's just really nice. He's like, hey man, we missed that you didn't get to show up, and hopefully next time around, you'll come out and we'll all get a drink, we'll hang out. He's like, he told me hopefully I can I'll have a tolerance for their beer, unlike Corey. Man, apparently you got pretty trashed.
No, that's not what happened. I tell people all the time what happened. How many times I got to tell this goddamn story? I went there, couldn't find the internet. It put me behind. I was working for 2 days, didn't sleep at all. Oh, okay. Really. I mean, I slept for about 4 hours within 48 hours.
He said you were a puss. You couldn't handle your shit.
Fuck him. Whoever he is, that's it. I'm gonna find. You get his name for me right now.
Find his name.
Shit.
Yeah, but as soon as I clicked him as friend, it got lost. I don't know if it was like a Ning fucking glitch or whatever.
Shit.
But yeah, I couldn't find. I was gonna send him a comment back, and I just never did. So hopefully he's listening. If he wants to send me an email or something,
it's probably Nick.
Okay,
you know what?
Nick,
that sounds like Nick, because Nick talks shit like that. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll look at Nick and I'll just make sure. But yeah, Nick, thanks for sending me that cool.
Yeah,
message.
Nick. Next time I see him, I'm gonna put my hands around your neck.
Well, hopefully I'll be there to watch.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to record that shit
Yeah.
and put those pictures up.
But hey, that is one trip I am looking forward to if you ever end up going again.
People, let me give you an update. I have to clear this. I probably shouldn't even mention it, but we are trying to put together a film festival in London. Now,
really?
The thing a lot of people say, why London? Because we haven't cleared this up with the people at Top anything. So I probably shouldn't be talking about it right now. But I'm
wishful
telling you,
thinking.
Yeah, it's wishful thinking right now. And the reason why we said let's do it in London is because two of the members, Nick and this girl named Captain Chance, they said that they would help organize it. It was their idea.
Oh wow.
And so we said, all right, and Nick is very good at going out and organizing shit.
Yeah.
And so he's already gone out. He's working on treatment, so I can take it to New York next week.
Yeah.
Kind of and present that and make a strong argument for doing it.
Uh-huh.
And so they said that the way it would work is they would be the judges. I don't want to judge anything, and none of us should judge anything.
Right.
We should look at it after they judge it, and maybe we should talk shit about it or critique it or say great or whatever after they judge it and allow it into the festival.
Okay. What kind of? I mean, just are they going to be legitimate films or
Man, no,
small,
it's for people. It's small. We'll start out small. It's for people to submit their movies.
Their movie.
and we'll
They're
show-
like their homemade movies.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we got all kind of festivals out there.
Okay.
I mean, this is a favor back to the Spill community and anybody else who's out there struggling to try and get this stuff seen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
I'm down for seeing some.
Yeah, I mean,
films
we're
like
not going to submit anything out there. You know, you're not going to come up with some stick figure shit and we're going to put it up on the screen. You know, but then again, that's up to Nick and Captain Chance. And, and I'm telling y'all right now, you two don't be picking no bullshit to put up there if we do this. But so they want to organize it. They also maybe want to have an area where, because Captain Chance is a great artist, and I said, well, hey, maybe we can have an area where people out in the lobby can hang up their work, let themselves known as the artist, and
Right.
put up a table where you can like see who they are and maybe
That's cool.
contact them, and then we see the festival. Now they want me to show this is where it came up from. They said they wanted me to show 2 a.m. there.
Oh.
And I said I didn't want to do that. I said
Right.
let's have a festival and not show that. Let's just show everybody's work.
Right.
But they insist on like let's show that at the end of the night to get people to come in.
Did you agree?
You're
still debating?
I'm still debating. I'm still debating on
right.
that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in a way I would like it, but in another way I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be about us.
Right. No, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys will figure things out. But it sounds fun. It sounds cool. I mean, just hanging out with those guys over there would be.
It would be
great.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so it'd be people. That's our next move.
Yeah.
That's what we're concentrating on. So I have to make. I'm getting a proposal together.
Yeah.
We got to see logistically how much it costs. Comic-Con hasn't got back to us about having a table.
Oh.
So that's where our money was going
Right.
to go. So we can't have.
I might go. You know what? I was actually going to try to work it some way to where if Spill couldn't pay for it, I know people, and hopefully they'll sneak my ass over there.
I
'Cause
know
I've
people-
always wanted to go. I've never been.
We need
And
to
I've been
have
dying to
something
go.
there. I
Yeah.
mean, it sucks that Comic-Con hasn't got back to us, and I think this week I'm gonna start trying to make some calls to see
Right.
what the fuck is going on, because we were ready to pay
Yeah.
at that moment when we entered a submission for the table. But there's so many people that come back year after year,
Right.
and I don't know. They probably just I don't know.
Who knows, yeah.
They say it's hard to do, and so I think that kind of sucks. But
Never give up, Corey.
fuck, man. Yeah, I got.
Never give up.
I'm gonna make some calls and see what we can do, because Comic-Con would be great for us to have a table there.
Oh, fuck
Not
yeah.
going out and handing shit to people, but letting you know how cool that would be for people to come up and say hi and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
We had a
yeah.
table, so
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, enough about that. I don't want to go too much to the film festival
Right.
because we don't know the
We
details
don't know.
of it. We want to do it though in probably if not May, maybe a little bit later. And it will be there for a lot of the Londoners to have, and
Cool.
anybody else who can attend.
Well, it was Nick. That's his name.
Nick Hodges, yeah.
Nick Hodges. All right. Hey, good job, Nick. Well, good job to the both of you. You and
Punk
and-
ass Nick.
And,
And there's a guy,
the captain.
they're gonna be mad if I don't mention their names because I've been talking to Nick and Captain Chance about it. But there are two other people, a guy named Stuart who goes by Edit Monster and Hex.
Hex. Oh, Hex.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Wait, are you telling me I'm going to get to meet my pal Hex at some
Yeah.
point? Hello. Cool.
So yeah. So anyway, all right. Well,
Awesome.
we've gone about an hour talking about some shit. You want to get into some email?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Well, before we do that, you know what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I'm
time
gonna
to save your
save
shit,
this
Corey.
shit. And we'll be back after we save and render. All right, we're back.
Yes.
I've got guys waiting up here. Look, Carlisle sitting in the back, sipping on his
Get out of here.
Modelo. Yeah, throw
Get
rocks
outta
at
here.
him. Yeah, go on out of here. Man, one thing we forgot to talk about when we recorded
The Unborn.
the Unborn the
Yes.
other night, we forgot a whole bunch of
We
shit.
forgot a whole
to talk
bunch of
about.
shit just because I think number one we were drunk.
Yeah, and it was late. We just came
It
out
was
of a
super
midnight
late.
movie.
Yeah, I did. What it was like about two.
like-
oh, it's almost two.
It was was it almost? No, it was after 2.
It was like shit.
It's going on 3.
Oh yeah, when we recorded, that's right, because the guys recorded Bride Wars. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Because there was all kind of
Damn,
yeah, exactly.
See what we do for you, lousy bastards.
I know. Don't appreciate shit that we do for them.
Always
man.
bitching.
I know. They get this shit for free.
Why is this show on for 4 hours? Shut up.
And then Carlisle and I were recording one day, and they're like, not even an hour. I was like, man, fuck you,
hilarious.
you son of a bitch.
You bastards.
Yeah, but man, it was a lot of shit because I had to edit that shit down. You love that camel toe. you went on like a monologue about camel toe.
Yes. I was possessed by the camel toe. I'm sorry. I was
the unborn.
I even gave that movie a rental based on the camel toe. So I was blinded by camel toe once again. It happens, kids.
Now I gave the review to one of the animators, Peter. You met Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, I handed it off to Peter. I said, Peter,
Young
I'm
buck.
working on something else. Yeah, young blood right there. I said, Peter,
Eager to work.
So I said, I think I'm gonna probably do a video for this. Why don't you work on this, get it down to a good time, and give it back to me. He called me back like an hour later.
Yeah.
You guys go on about 15 minutes about camel toe.
You guys.
That wasn't me. What do you mean you guys?
Yeah.
He was kind of disturbed by it.
What is he our editor now?
Yeah,
I would have
like-
said, hey, well, yeah, put that shit in, you moron. Come
Not
on.
for you to ask
work.
questions.
Yeah.
For you to edit. Get out of
We
here.
don't pay you to talk.
I did ask him. I said, "Where do you feel need to be cut down?" You go ahead. I guess he came back. He's trying to give me a hint. This thing about camel toe.
Oh my God!
How important is that?
Is he as sensitive to that or something?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not sensitive to it at all.
right.
His parents are kind of, I think, sensitive to it
Oh.
because he told his parents. They said, they said, so Peter, what are you working on? And he told him. I don't know why he told him like this. He's like, at the moment, I'm animating my boss humping a stand of DVDs.
Oh,
And he was like, what kind of job are you doing? Who is this guy that you're doing this
What the
stuff
hell
for?
are you telling your parents that for?
I said, isn't there a better way you could
Lie, you
Yeah.
bastard.
Why you say, I'm doing animation? Shit, they ain't gonna know
I'm
the
doing
difference.
important work here.
Shit, you know my
Serious
mom
business.
You know what my mom tells people? My mom tells people, my baby's working for Disney.
Straight up lying.
He just don't know. She ain't even lying. She don't know. She just doesn't know.
Was Space Jam even Disney? Corey?
No. She don't know. She's a bunch of talking animals. My baby, yeah, she's talking about, my baby worked for Disney. Yeah, he do that Bugs Bunny and all that.
He's one of those aminators.
Animation. Animal natives.
Corey works for Filmation, Mom.
My boy's a veterinarian. He make cartoons. And there's a bunch of other black people around her age, and they're just like, yeah, I know your baby doing that kind of stuff.
He works on them moving pictures.
My baby was in Forrest Gump too.
Oh my God! All right, we've gone too far.
Oh no, okay. You know that black retarded man?
Yeah. Look
That was
at
him.
speaking of retarded men. Look at old Leon over there, Mr. Heckler, Mr. Destroying
we
the
went on a
comedy
long
community.
story
Yes.
about you. And that's
Yes,
man. Now
yes.
we talked about how wrong it was what you did, but also we were on your side saying,
Yes.
how is the comedy community gonna come after one guy who heckles somebody?
I know. You got Dan
One-
Stanhope knocking on your fucking door. Hey, motherfucker!
Yeah, a bunch of comedians open up in there.
I'm gonna kill you with my comedy.
They outside like Frankenstein, with like torches and pitchforks. Come out, Leon.
The killers of comedy beating down your door.
It's like, damn, what's up?
You guys gonna talk about the unborn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
well, we'll get back to that in
Don't
a
tell
little
us what.
while.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't tell
exactly.
me.
Get outta
Don't
here.
tell us what to talk about on our show, motherfucker.
Exactly. Go back and do that stupid show. Couple of whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, no, man. We were talking about that, and we thought that was funny. When we put it in perspective, it's like it's one guy at the Velveeta room. I don't know what the fuck how that story got twisted around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're not
you
on mic.
you're
No,
not on
don't-
mic. It's
don't
okay.
worry,
You talk
don't
around the
worry.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was completely insane. I didn't have to laugh. They can't hear me.
Like, hey,
Quiet.
what the fuck is he talking about back there?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We can't hear him.
No, hey.
He's back in. Oh, that told him, man. I said, you come and fuck with me again.
Fuck those comedians.
Come at me, motherfucker. Tell some jokes.
I got better comedy coming out of my ass.
Well, if I can just speak for myself, Corey, you were there, and as heckling go, I threw the guy a softball. It wasn't like I was like on his ass constantly.
Well, we didn't have time to go any further because the whole room stopped and just looked at us and like,
Tell some jokes.
yeah, the room looked at us like, get these motherfuckers
Yeah.
out.
Tell
we
some
listen
yokes.
To this, we trying to have a good time. I was like,
There weren't even that many people there. I mean, besides us, there were like 6 people in
no,
the
it
whole
was
room.
no. I would say there was because I was telling him. I
Yeah.
remember it wasn't because it wasn't packed,
Right.
But it was about like I don't know 10 so people,
All,
so a little bit.
every comedian all had their friends there. I'm sure.
Probably so, man. That's what it was. But there was a group.
probably what it was.
The group of women sitting at a table. I told them, I said, as we walking out, they looked at us like,
God damn these black people!
yes, black people can't get out in public anywhere.
Can't have nothing nice.
Exactly. Who left them off their leashes?
It made me mad because Corey went back and said like, "Oh, you got to forgive my friend." He was,
I did.
Oh, but you know what?
I wasn't drunk. I was like, "Man, I wasn't drunk." He's
but-
like, "I know, but he's my friend. I had to say something."
But did you know that it was his friend that was up there on stage along with? Oh, you still didn't give a shit. That's
I know what I said.
He's like,
I said,
yeah,
I had to
I
go
knew
back.
that. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
man.
That's what I like about you, Leon. You just don't give a shit.
And him and High were together. High, High don't give a shit about anything.
Oh no, not at all.
How is at somebody's party?
Yeah.
And at this person's party, this person showed us
Yeah.
their short film. It was a Christmas party.
I see where
And
this is
you're
going already.
polite.
Yeah,
Everybody said he came in and asked everybody, it's like, "Hey, how'd you like the film?" And everybody in the
Right.
room was polite. Like, "Hey, it was cute. Yeah, it was good." And he went and asked High, said, "High, what'd you think about that movie?" And High said, "I fucking hated it." In this guy's home.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Be
crazy.
hey, honesty is the best policy if you ask me. God knows how many parties I've been to where people are showing their shit and you're just like, why are you fucking embarrassing yourself like this? Why?
Yeah, exactly. So
Stop
the combination of Leon and High being there, it's kind
Oh,
of like in fact, I got a new name for them: the Don't Give a Fuck Brothers.
Don't give a fuck, brothers. Yes.
Yeah, they don't tell you about your shit in your house.
Nice. I need to hang out with those guys more often.
Yeah, no, don't do that, please. You bad enough.
All right.
Tell you what, we're gonna talk about the
The Unborn. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, we.
And before we get into emails, I don't
right.
know. We might have to record these reviews with these guys and come back. Or
Okay.
something. Do you mind?
You do what you got to do. No,
Because they can't. I told them 8:30 to come over and.
Oh, okay. So, oh, fuck that! Get your fucking hands off me! I'll fucking stab you.
Switch. I only see dick and super dick.
What makes you think I won't stab your ass? All right, I'm gonna cut you.
You don't have
I'm
fucking
gonna.
arms, motherfucker.
Hey, I know people.
Oh, look what I got here. Oh, look at this.
I'm gonna make another.
Do something about it, motherfucker. Do it.
I'm gonna make another vagina in the front of your head. All right,
See, people, this is why we keep them out the same room.
get this guy out of here, Corey.
All right, I'm gonna
Anyway,
move,
yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
move you to the next room.
All right,
then
real
we're
quick,
gonna-
and then we'll come back. We'll
And
talk
then
about the unborn, and then we'll get into
get an
okay,
email. Yeah,
cool.
we're gonna get 2 reviews out the way
All
right now,
Damn it.
and then we'll come back
Leave it to these bastards
and complete
to
this.
cut my shit short.
All right, got all those knuckleheads out
God,
the
I
room.
know. It's like we're doing our thing, and then all of a sudden the goof troop shows up.
And speaking of which,
Yes,
I told you I've been the defensive driving so much.
right.
I have this cartoon memorized that they keep showing. I love the cartoon, first of all. I saw it when I was a kid because they kept showing it on the Disney Channel and stuff. But it's with Goofy is driving.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember that?
I remember.
He
yeah.
turns into he's Mr. Wheeler.
Mr. Wheeler. That's right.
He gets behind
guy
the
with the
wheel.
brown suit,
He
right?
turns
Yeah.
because he starts out. People, if you go to defensive driving, you're bound to see this. It's Goofy, and it's a world full of Goofies, by the way.
Right, exactly.
And so he starts out as a mild-mannered guy. He walks out of his house, and Mr. Smith or whatever, he turns.
He's wearing
gets
a
behind-
brown suit.
He's wearing a brown. He's
tie,
wearing
yeah,
his
yeah.
glasses.
Glasses,
He's
yeah.
all meek.
Yeah.
He gets behind the wheel and he turns into Mr. Wheeler, motorist, and he turns into a demon.
Yeah.
You know, he's like,
That's right.
he's going down the street and they're like, "Move out the way, road hog!" And he honks that horn.
Yeah.
Oink. Oink. And then they say, "What do you think, you're on the road?" He's like, "Of course I own the road. I pay my taxes. I pay for these roads." I feel like that whenever I get into trouble.
I always love those because I always look forward to hearing that whenever someone
Oh,
either
I-
fell off a cliff or swings up in there, gets into a crash, and you see him fly up in the air. You always hear them go. You always hear the Goofies go, "Woo hoo hoo hoo
Yeah.
hoo."
Yeah, I remember that, man.
I love that shit.
I love that too. And they use that every time.
Thank God.
All right,
Anyway,
man.
what were we
So
talking about?
we were talking about the unborn.
That's
yeah.
right. Okay. Well, yeah, we were talking about like when we do these reviews sometimes. Well, I guess what we were going to get into is when we when we did that review, we were pretty messed up and we just started going off on craziness and we forgot a good majority, half the things we were talking about that we should discuss, half the things we did talk about before we did it, we didn't even mention.
We had this whole thing in our mind. See, when we got through watching the Unborn, we were talking about weird things like like in the movie the thing that wants to come back into this world that's coming in through this twin baby.
Right.
Don't even ask.
Exactly.
But its name is. They don't even explain it. His name is Jumbi.
Jumbi. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, his name was Jumbi, and all of a sudden it seemed like, I don't know if they were trying to market that name as like the next Freddy Krueger or something, but it just didn't work because as soon as you hear it, everyone in the theater was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Jumbi.
Jumbi.
Because that kid kept saying, "Jumbi wants to be born."
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and then you see the name. The name is spelled like Gumby, except it's with a J.
With a
Jumbi.
J, yeah, Jumbi.
Now, when they said that, do people remember Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's spelled the same, but
No,
Jumbi, Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Heidi Ho.
Jumbi.
Yeah.
Hey, Jumbi. I get 3 wishes today.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jumbi
Hello,
was
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee's genie.
Yeah,
That floating
the
green
genie
head.
in a box. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Heiny Ho.
Yeah.
Repeat after me, kids.
And kids would have
Mecca
to say,
Lecca High, Mecca Heiny Ho.
Jumbi.
yeah, it was.
Let
yeah.
Pee-wee pick up a hoe.
I was like, Jumbi, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah.
I said, okay, we're supposed to be scared.
Yeah.
Because the villain in the kid is a little boy
Yeah.
in that coat.
Yeah, that coat.
He
Yeah,
looked like
yeah.
Paddington Bear, so
Exactly.
he wore that coat.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be scared of a little boy wearing a stupid ass coat
With
named
fucked up,
Jumbi.
yeah, with fucked up contacts.
yeah, well, they had those bright blue eyes, those goth eyes,
Exactly.
Milli Vanilli eyes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Man, that kid would pop up in all kind of places.
Oh yeah. Oh, the best scene in the whole movie is when he popped up in the goddamn medicine cabinet. When she opened up the door and you see him all like twisted and mangled, like ah!
And it wasn't scary because he opened the door and it looked like this kid was playing a Tetris game.
Exactly.
Like he was
Yeah.
all squished in there like Tetris, like his head was in the middle.
He looked like he was a victim of a ghost hazing, like he was initiated in the ghost universe, and they fucking just
It was like
shoved
Ghost-
his ass in
yeah.
the goddamn medicine cabinet.
It was like Ghost High School. You
Yeah.
know, when they put the nerd in the locker.
exactly, that's exactly.
I said that kid wasn't bad. He was just asking for help. Help me! Don't shut the door now.
That chick like just slammed that fucking cabinet door shut. I'm
like, no
surprised.
wonder
I'm
this kid
surprised
is
his head
pissed.
didn't come through the goddamn the damn door with the mirror. It's like
With the shape of his face. Yeah, man. See, it's so many things that sometimes we forget because.
Oh, yeah,
Because later that night, like I was getting ready to go to bed, and you're like, man, I should have called him. We should have mentioned Jumbi.
I know exactly. I told Corey, I was like, dude, I was dying to call you because I was just thinking in my head, I was like, we didn't even bring up the goddamn guy's name, the kid's name, Jumbi. I mean, hell, but hey,
makes me think,
it
man.
happens. It happens. You miss some things.
I always hate those people. Now you get those critics, when they who bring in that special pen.
Exactly, with the notes. Yeah, they're taking the fucking notes. Yeah.
So that pen has a light at the bottom, and whenever they write, the pen comes on.
Oh shit!
And there was it's like a little green light, like infrared or infragreen or something. And they start writing. It's the most annoying thing.
I know. I used to remember people doing that, and it used to bug the shit out of me because I'm like, you're too busy writing. You're not even paying attention.
You're not
to the
even
movie
watching
at
the
that
fucking
point.
movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like some of your thoughts. I mean, it's a fucking movie review. Come on. But it's funny because the guys who do that are always the reviews that you read where it's like they're working on a term paper and it's so convoluted and it's filled with words I'll never use in my life.
Of course, and and they're talking about Hotel for Dogs.
Exactly. And that shit becomes like a goddamn Harvard fucking paper.
They're talking about Shrek 3, and all of a sudden it's
I'm
a
like,
thesis.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Was the movie good?
Yeah. Have you ever heard a review from somebody? Now, look, people, I know that we'll look. I can tell you, I've never heard the criticism. I've never had anybody come and say it to us.
Yeah,
but I know that people write these very academic reviews, and I know they're looking at us saying, "You don't take this seriously."
They don't even look at us. They'll just. I'm sure they'll listen to half a review and they'll turn the shit off.
Yeah,
So.
and see, people, I can tell you, any one of us can write that way. Okay, I mean, yes, it does take some skill. I'm not going to downplay their talents. I mean, it does take some skill to write.
It does.
And especially write in that manner. So I'm not going to say like, oh, anybody can write this. No,
Right.
anybody cannot. But why always do it for a movie?
Yeah,
I mean, I understand doing it for some movies.
Right.
I understand doing it for like that NPR crowd out there. Yeah, you got.
They love that shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love. But it gets to a point where it becomes they get so enwrapped in their words.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even. Have you ever heard a review where you at the end you thought like, okay, what did they think about the movie?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like they're too busy jerking off on words, and where the review gets lost. You don't really usually when I read those kind of reviews, it's almost like they it seems like they're screaming to me like, I want you to be impressed by my thoughts and my my use of wordage. And I never get anything out of those reviews.
I mean,
because
yeah.
I'm not really. I'd rather go to a friend of mine and ask them, hey, what the fuck did you think about that movie? Than ask some fucking guy who's been to college, who's been going to college for 4 years only to write movie reviews.
Yeah.
Which I'm not really knocking that, but because those guys can get jobs, obviously. But at the same time, I get nothing out of reading those reviews because it's not the same train of thought as I would want. As far as I just want an honest answer. I don't want to be bullshit. I don't want to be glossed over with how smart you are.
Well, yeah,
I just
you
want
get-
a simple answer.
you get these people,
Does
yeah.
it suck or what?
Well,
Should I
you
waste
get-
my fucking time?
Well, I might like somebody. I heard a review similar to this. Now I didn't. I'm not saying that this was the review, but let's just say that one of these guys was reviewing Gran Torino, and at the end you're waiting to hear. Okay, what did you rate it? What did you give it? Or did you like it? Did you not like it? Anything. Just give me your opinion. But there's no opinion really. It's like, instead, Walt Kowalski is not only glancing back on his life, but it's Clint Eastwood glancing back on his career.
Shut the fuck
it's like,
up. Get
what
out
the
of here.
f-
Well, yeah, what the hell?
Okay, what did you think? about the movie?
Exactly.
I remember
Exactly.
I was listening. I was working because look, I listen to NPR. I'm not a stupid motherfucker. Right? I use a lot of crass words, and we use a lot of we joke around a lot because
Right.
we're down to earth people. That's the way we are.
Yeah, and it sucks that we even have to say down to earth people because
Yeah.
I mean the population is filled with people like us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I
just-
was-
yeah, it's
we
just-
choose to talk
yeah.
like this. We choose to. Well, I mean, it's almost like comparing it to the guy that can make good grades in high school, but he prefers to be the clown and
Right.
and not be known as a smart one. I mean, because
Right.
any of us can write eloquently like that. I'm very.
But it's a
I'm very-
movie, you know. I'll
Yeah.
I'll write like that if I got to write a novel about your life or something. I mean,
Exactly. I mean,
but
we're
yeah, for
hanging
a
around
movie
drinking
review,
beers. I mean,
yeah, for
and look-
the unborn, no, fuck no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna write some intellectual thesis on why the movie wasn't good.
But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We sit up here and we just want to have fun. So
Exactly.
in this way. Now having
said that,
having
yes.
said all that, I wonder if we should have wrote some of that shit down.
I know. Right?
I'm like, maybe I should have been that egghead for one night who'd
Oh,
had
my
the
God.
notes and whatnot. And people don't think I'm begrudging those people. Everything has an audience. Those people write for the
No, they
audience.
do. They have
and,
an audience.
and I admire them. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't want to be looked down upon by people like that.
Oh, but they do. I mean, I've talked to plenty of those guys, and it's always they're
just
they're
annoying, man.
They are really trying to impress me.
It's like I understand your audience,
like,
but
yeah.
I've had people, I've seen it. I've had people turn their noses up at me. I mean, literally just look away
Yeah.
because those guys are just goofballs.
Right.
It's like, look, I understand we come across like that. Maybe we brought some of that on ourselves, but I'm not. I understand you have an audience. I'm not criticizing you for like writing like a fucking college thesis for Shrek. So why are you looking down on me for doing what I do? Because
Because that's what they do. That's what usually.
Can you- 'cause I
that's
can
what
look at them and
entails-
say-
that's what entails that group of people that do that kind of shit.
And I would tell anybody. I say, you know what? I'm confident I can do what you do.
Right.
Can you do what we do though?
Exactly. Yeah. Can you be yourself?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Can you quit hiding behind
Without-
a bunch of thesaurus
Exactly.
and talk like a human being?
And your
But-
bourgeois friends, y'all Mr. Fancy Pants.
But
I
I'm
said,
talking all this-
you're Mr. Fancy Pants. Look at all these big words. Oh, you must eat at Red Lobster. Woo! Mr. Fancy Pants.
I like the way you say Red Lobster because that's about as ghetto as they're looking at us like, see, I told you.
That's
Look at
dedicated to a friend of mine. We have an inside joke
Cheesy
about
biscuits.
Red Lobster. That's our fancy place.
you and your pork rinds and wine.
Eating at the Red Lobster.
But,
Woo!
boy,
That's fancy.
I'm thinking occasionally maybe when we're drinking or something because we had some beers in the theater. In the theater, we brought beers in.
Oh
there.
yeah, we did.
I ain't gonna
we
lie.
had to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's that type of movie, and that's why I will always love Midnight Movie Madness because I just don't. You can never get the same feeling out of a critic screening. Never, ever. Well, can you have that
man,
feeling?
those-
Just people are there. They're wanting to be entertained, and fuck, you better entertain them, or they're gonna just laugh at your ass.
And they would laugh at them because
Exactly.
all those kids, because people call me a pervert, or whatever. But I love seeing movies with these high school students.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because they don't give a shit.
They don't care. No, they're there to fucking party their ass off, and that's exactly what they do. That's why I love going to them. I will always love that experience.
Did you like that time we saw Quarantine?
Oh shit,
And
that
those
was
kids-
insane. Yeah, that
And
was
they were about to break that projection
exactly
window
as
open.
soon as like towards the end where you discover that the lead character goes into that room with all those newspaper clippings. All of a sudden, like the sound like clicks out, and part of the audience was wondering, "Is this part of the movie?" Hey, and you couldn't hear shit, and they started like hollering at the projectionist. There ain't nobody in that goddamn projection booth.
They were gone.
And then you start seeing like all of a sudden it turned to like into a scene of Gremlins 2, where you know they're banging down on the little there's a
Projectionist window.
yeah, there's like a little window, and apparently these three guys are like trying to look to see, and they were like, one of them tapped them, and then the whole fucking window just fell down and shattered. Exactly.
It was.
And
Have you ever
then
seen
it was
those-
chaos.
Have you ever seen those shows where those Amazon ants? They start to stack on each other to reach
Oh,
a
yeah,
limb.
exactly.
Those guys were like stacking up like that to get to that projectionist
Yeah, they
window,
were.
and then they
Yeah.
start beating on it like zombies. Like,
Yeah, and that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like zombies are taking over the goddamn projection booth because all you saw were hands moving around.
That's why that.
yeah.
And then the
I was
next,
expecting Gremlins, literally. I was expecting Gremlins to go running around across the screen. Yeah.
and then the projectionists start boarding up the window with wood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my last siege.
Get out of here!
And when that window broke,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say this because people, I'm really not trying to be racist against my own people. I'm not trying to make a mockery of my own people, of my own people. But when that window broke, the first person you saw running down was that black dude. He was
You just
the
walked out
first one out
real
the
quick,
window.
real slick like.
He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
because the police come, they're gonna get me first.
He somehow skated out of that room. He was so smooth about it.
He looked like some shit like floating out the roof.
Exactly. He didn't-
That brother looked like
he-
Black Jesus coming
yeah.
out of here.
He didn't look at anybody. He just like boom.
It was like water. He just melted
Exactly.
and floated on out the roof.
Floated his ass on that.
Yeah, nah.
But,
See, but after saying all that shit, I'm wondering if we got to bring a pad to the movie to
Oh,
kind
I
of write
know.
down some
I
shit.
know, right?
Because we felt so cheated. Like, man, we didn't like be honest with the people because we didn't mention Jumbie.
I know exactly. We didn't bring up all the good points. We were clouded. Well, at least I was clouded by.
I would have made a good sight gag
Camel
too.
toe.
That ghost in
Yeah.
there, like squished into that.
I know, dude, and it was funny.
That
I was
medicine
laughing,
cabinet.
I was laughing my ass off because the girl behind us, she was like, "Man, that dude's just chilling out, in chilling out in that cabinet, and he's just chilling
I
out."
felt bad for that ghost too, because that broad opened up the door to that medicine cabinet. That ghost was like, "No, wait, don't shut the door. No, help me!" She slammed that shit.
Help! Casper shoved my ass up in here. I don't get no ghost respect.
And I'm telling you, man, yeah, ghost. I don't get no ghostly respect. And I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
In those people, it can be the shittiest horror movie. You
Oh,
get
yeah.
people that are prepared to be scared.
Oh yeah.
Like,
definitely.
I don't. We said in the review.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
But yeah, when that girl behind me,
You turned around.
Yeah,
'Cause
you was
I was
there.
thinking. Yeah, I was watching, and then all of a sudden, I saw you turn around. I'm like, oh no, what's Corey doing? And then all of a sudden, I hear somebody scream.
Now,
Like,
if you heard, she screamed loud. She's like,
You screamed like crazy, and the whole audience turned
and
around.
the theater,
Whole theater
stopped.
stopped
And she
and
scared
looked.
me because you screamed. I was looking at her. But now, if you notice, that's one of the few times. Like you've seen me in the movies turn up like, "Will you shut the fuck up?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And people,
Yeah.
and you know, and nothing happens.
Right.
There was one time I turned around and I was polite. I said, "Excuse me, I think you're," and that's all. And I wasn't being mean.
Yeah.
And the one time I'm polite, bitch just loses her mind.
You know, I heard people losing their minds whenever they see black people, but that was just ridiculous,
that's
Corey.
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah! It's a real horror movie up in here.
I've heard of scary black people, but this is ridiculous. And it was just my head. You know that bitch thought I was on like Jaws. Dude. I was turning around.
I don't know what you did. I was like, what were you checking her out for camel toe, Corey? What were you doing back there?
I was playing the gynecologist. You know.
Exactly.
Excuse me, your legs are
Yeah,
pressing my.
because that's
seat.
the one thing about this theater that we usually go to check out these movies. It's like if you turn around, I mean, you're directly looking into the crotch of a person right behind you. So it's kind of strange.
And maybe that's what it was because you can't really see my shoulders. So
Yeah.
maybe she thought my head was spinning backwards.
Excuse me.
It looked like that scene. It probably looked like that scene from Evil Dead 2 when Ash's girlfriend's head is right in his lap. He's like, excuse me.
Yeah,
Dead by dawn.
In my tongue.
she thought she had the black exorcist going on in there. My head spun around.
Pardon me.
She thought I was going to.
How do you do?
She thought it was like a reanimator where I was going to shove my head between her legs.
More passion. Yes. I love that.
Oh man, so people, we just felt bad because we were thinking, man, there's so much.
There's so much material, but it's funny. Once you're on, you turn on the record button,
And sometimes you just forget.
These things take on a life of their own. And
They do.
You just forget.
Like this show, we don't know
Exactly.
whatever.
We don't know where the hell it's going, but it's going somewhere. We just hope we get it all. I'm like, hey man, damn, I forgot to mention this shit. God damn it.
know.
Oh well.
Man, while I'm thinking about it, I want to say a couple of real nice things about two people.
Oh.
I'm just gonna mention this real quick before you get in the email.
Go for it.
Ghost Rider and Red Troll. Mm-hmm. Some of the nicest people.
They are nice people. I've seen.
Ghost
them write
Rider
some
has
nice
been
things.
checking up on me every day.
Really?
Like trying to see if I'm okay and everything. I mean,
Oh,
she's
with your dad?
yeah.
Oh,
She's been checking up on me every day. And then Red Troll just came on. It wasn't even a family thing. She just came on and said, "Oh, that's what it was. I was telling Carlisle I have a sleeping disorder sometimes, and it's common with a lot of people.
I heard that.
Yeah, and so
I think I had it for a little while.
see, everybody gets it. I think I don't panic anymore. I'm used to it. I'm just
I never had a panic, but I heard like what was it? Like you were having problems.
It's sleep paralysis. You wake up and you're conscious, but you can't move.
You conscious, you can't move. Yeah,
I mean,
you
there's
know
been-
what?
yeah.
And that the few times that has happened to me, it's always creepy because do you ever hear voices? Like, do you ever hear voices like calling your name?
Well, see, that's
Or
what they
something like
said.
that?
They said, yeah, if you are like nervous or if you're scared that something's going to happen, you can hallucinate or hear things. Mm-hmm. So you might be to the point where you're panicked and don't know it, and you're anticipating coming into the room.
Yeah.
So it comes to life for you.
And because the thing is, I fell down one time. I rolled off I rolled off my stand. I fell down, and I guess I was asleep because I remember waking up. And I felt like I was almost embedded to the floor.
Oh,
and then I'm looking down here in the room, and there's like a little hallway that leads out. I swear to God, I thought I heard my father, my original father,
Your
my
creator.
creator, speaking to me in a fucked up like Evil Dead voice, and all I heard is
that was him.
yeah. Was it?
Yeah, he kicked
Like,
you.
It's almost like he said. It could have been, if my translation is correct, it could have been, come to me because all I heard was,
Well, you know he's Asian, so
Yeah.
I think he was saying piece of junk in
in
Chinese, and then he kicked you.
But I heard, it was creepy because it was all,
Like somebody's talking backwards
It was
or
a
something.
very familiar voice, but it scared the shit out of me. I mean, it really did, where I was like, oh my God, it's like, did I somehow like make my way into hell for a little while or something? Because that's what
So
it
you
felt
thought
like.
you went to another dimension for a
That's
little bit.
what it felt like.
Hellraiser
It scared the
shit.
shit out of me. Yeah.
Man, I've panicked before thinking something like that is going to happen. And it's crossed over into dreams where I wasn't really paralyzed, but I was dreaming, and I've dreamed that somebody. I dreamt once, and it wasn't one of those scary dreams where somebody was coming right at me. I just dreamt somebody opened the door and they were walking into the room, and I saw out the corner of my eye something walking by. Now, I don't know if they were coming towards me or anything, but it was the fact that I could not move and could not see who it was, and I was supposedly at home by myself. I freaked the fuck out. But I woke up, and I woke up realizing I wasn't in sleep paralysis. I just had a dream that I thought I was paralyzed, and somebody walked into the room. And have you ever had a dream where nothing really happened, but it freaked you out so bad that it made you scared when you got up and you were just looking at the room like,
Oh fuck yeah!
what the fuck's going on?
I'll tell you a quick story. I woke up one time, and I opened up my eyes, and all I saw was a white face, and I swear to God, it looked like Michael
my
Myers was
God.
hovering right over my head, staring at me, waiting for me to wake up. And as soon as I opened up my eyes, I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I couldn't say anything. I couldn't scream. I wanted to scream. I couldn't even do that. I was like, and I was paralyzed. And I shut my eyes really tight. And honestly, I was waiting for someone to kill me. That was it. It was over. And I was like, And I was like that for about 5 minutes.
That was Cyrus, by the way. You look at a white face there.
Is he trying to fucking kiss me or something?
He's like picking his teeth, looking at his reflection in your face.
Yeah, I guess.
There you go.
But as soon as I was waiting to die. I mean, I was like, just fucking cut my head halfway open or something. Hurry up, please, hurry up. I can't stand this. I can't stand
Tension,
waiting.
just put me out my misery.
It's killing me. But as soon as I was like, all right, and I almost had I pried my eyes open just because I was like, and as soon as I calmed down, I realized the window was open. And the moon was reflecting off a mirror in the distance, and somehow that light just was bouncing right in front of my. So before, I guess I
freak yourself out, man.
Oh my god, yeah. But the thing is, I was helpless. I was paralyzed, dude, and it was scary as hell.
Man, yeah. And I'll tell you the freakiest thing. Because, I mean, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. When you can't move and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
It's nothing more terrifying than I feel bad for anybody who is bedridden and can't move. I mean, because at that point, just take me out. Because I ain't spending every night. I ain't going to spend every night looking around my room waiting for the Grim Reaper to come in and shit.
I am ready to be pushing up daisies.
Exactly, yeah. Shit, I ain't waiting for death to come for me.
Oh, my God.
I will go after death. But I still got 2 legs.
I always try to make friends with death, so it's not that bad. Like, train me, death. I'm ready. I'm ready to be your partner,
your apprentice.
I think you're all right guy, despite what all these people have to say. I like you, death.
You know, it'll be like Training Day with death.
Oh my god, there you go.
Yeah, it's some ominous plan. You know, damn co-host, I didn't know you like to get wet. Let's smoke this shit.
See, I always think that's another thing. I always think like in situations like that. I always think like, you know, I know your dad at some point had to beat you or something. Well, no, you never got hit by your dad, right?
Man, my dad slapped the shit
Oh,
out of
there
me
you
one
go.
time.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I had it coming.
Maybe I'm confused with someone else.
My dad said
yeah.
something to me one day, and he told me, it's like in those movies where I just remember just running my mouth, and I was like black girls. I was moving my neck, and I was like, yeah. I was just talking gibberish. I'm like, yaggity, yaggity, yaggity. My dad was like, shut up, yaggity. My dad, shut up, yaggity. My dad, I saw him coming twice. Shut up. That hand came up, and he
Shit.
and I went away.
It looked like an axe coming down on you, but but the thing is, like, you know, with these situations where there's a force bigger than you, you always might want to make friends with it. At least I do. Like, I'm sure your dad beat you with a belt. You grab the belt and you go, "No, Dad, I love you, Dad, I love you."
Oh.
You know, you try to win his love or something. I don't know. That's what I would try to do. No,
Man.
Dad, no, you grab that.
Oh, I know.
That what the hell that.
Oh,
Shit!
Oh, you talking about that? What's it
The
called?
sickle.
The sickle.
Yeah. You grab the sickle and you're like, "No, Dad, you're a good guy. I love you, Dad. I love
please.
you. Please, Dad."
Oh man, if we're going to get in the email, I know what you're talking about. I was hanging out when I was a little boy. I was hanging out with my friend Michael Booker, man. His sister said something smart to his mother. She's like, "So," or something like that, and her mother just kind of put the dish down and grabbed her, and the girl knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
And it was like watching somebody being carried down the Green Mile because she grabbed her and started like escorting her out the room. You ever seen those mafia hits where
Yeah.
they're like, I can get the money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please, just give me some time. And they just slowly taking him behind her, like put a bullet in his head.
Right.
That woman grabbed that girl and started just escorting her out the room. Not dragging her, but just escorting. The girl was walking with her. She's like, "I love you, Mama." No, really, I love you. She's like, "I know you love me. I know. Come on." And she's like, "I love you, Mom. Please." No, Mom. And they were going down the hallway, and we were looking at it. We were kind of horrified, but we were laughing because you hear, "No, really, I love you, Mama. Mama, no, Mama, I love you for real." She could hear like, I know, baby, I know. Come on."
Shit.
And you heard them go into a room. And you heard that door shut, like, and all you heard after that was like, you just scratch at the door. I think we were down the hallway. We saw her run out the hallway, and then she got pulled back in. Claw marks on,
It looked like that
like
chick.
quarantine.
Yeah.
a wreck. Yeah.
But it sounded like somebody was being dismembered. Yeah.
And we were sitting in the living room laughing.
Oh, you
Like,
can't help but
"Yeah,
laugh
bitch."
when that shit happens. Oh.
Oh man! So you want to get in some email?
Yes,
man?
let's get into some email.
Okay, people, I gotta tell you, we were talking about doing a show for a couple of cold ones on Wednesday, and we said just send us a whole lot of emails so we can read some of them. Well, I got bombarded with emails. So listen, some of these questions are meant for a cacao, but we're gonna
Okay.
read them for Let's Do This.
All right.
I'm sorry, people.
Sorry.
That's just the way it is.
I know you hate that.
So we're just gonna go down the line because a lot of them. So let's start out with our first email here
Okay.
from Alvin.
Alvin.
Yeah,
Alvin.
I know. I wanted
That's
to do
lame.
that.
I know.
I caught myself.
I did it for you, Corey. I sacrificed myself.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Wait. No questions.
It's a question. It's a Dark Knight question. He says sorry.
Let's entertain it because I've heard so much bitching about no Dark Knight questions. That's like the running joke now.
Okay, all right. So it says this is a Dark Knight question, but a quick one, and so much about the movie. It says not so much about the movie.
Oh,
but
all
the
right.
money it's made. So if you don't mind, here it is. Do you guys think the re-release of The Dark Knight will make enough money to make it number one, beating the horrible Titanic? If so, how much time?
Jeez.
He also says, what 2009 movie are you looking forward to? Okay, so now let me ask you, because
Yes.
I haven't read up on this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend like I know. Now,
Yeah.
they're re-releasing The Dark Knight, I heard, for one day.
I
Are
don't
they-
know, because a buddy of mine already got tickets for I know it's going to open Friday towards the end of January. I don't know what exact date, but he got tickets for Saturday for the IMAX. Now the only theater I know it's opening right now is the IMAX. I don't
Yeah.
know how much of a wide release they're going to do or what, but no, I definitely think it's more than one day though. Yeah.
Okay, and if they do this re-release at IMAX, do I think it's going to beat Titanic? Not if it's playing at the IMAX.
No, if it's only playing at the IMAX, no.
No, I mean, because you know how much money it takes to get into the IMAX.
Yeah,
IMAX.
exactly.
I mean, they only have a limited number of IMAX theaters around the
Right,
country.
right.
So I don't understand. I know they re-release movies at the IMAX, like they've done that with the Polar Express.
Right.
So I don't think this is.
That's kind of like a holiday movie.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
trying to treat this like it's meant to beat Titanic. I don't think it's that way. I think
No.
it's just meant to be a major IMAX release.
Right.
Yeah, it's a special event. And they're not helping them try to break
I mean,
any
I
records.
would love it to, of course, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, I don't. At this point, does anybody really?
Who
care
cares,
anymore?
really? Yeah, who gives a fuck, man?
I want to see it just because the IMAX experience is incredible for watching that film,
Mm-hmm.
and I know, I tried to go see it one last time, and the day I went, it was already gone, and boy was I bummed out. So
Yeah,
I'm
no.
excited. I'm actually going to try.
Well, we took you to the IMAX
Yeah.
screening.
Yeah, I went to the IMAX screening,
That was
so-
it was incredible.
Yeah, it was, and I definitely have plans on trying to go opening night.
But see, there's going to be people who are like me, who want the movie to do well, but really, after seeing it on DVD so many times,
Right.
I really don't care about going to see it at IMAX anymore.
Right.
I mean,
Well, I do,
Maybe
but-
maybe in a year.
Yeah.
I will be. But see, that's what I'm saying. There's people like you who
There's
go.
people like
and
me,
there's-
yeah.
there's people like
I
me.
will
I
go
don't-
just because, I love that film. I can watch it. That's the one movie I can watch like 4 times a day.
Yeah.
So
No,
I have
I-
no problem.
I
But
love
that's
the
me,
movie,
and
yeah.
I don't want everyone to be like me because that's crazy.
And me either. All right, so let's see. We have here a question from BP6589.
wow.
That's your cousin, right?
Android or something, I guess. He ain't related to me.
The Coles 3000. That's your cousin. The BP6568 3000.
Doo doo. Tree.
Toot toot. Beep beep.
Oh, don't start singing that shit.
All right, so they say, with My Bloody Valentine opening this weekend, I noticed something. A horror remake seems to either open strong, like the Amityville Horror in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or open rather poorly, such as The Hitcher and Black Christmas. Why is it that some horror remakes open big and other horror remakes open poorly?
Beats the fuck out of me. I don't know.
Oh man, that's a
I
good-
you know what? I used to think that I had the answer to this question, but yeah, there's sometimes you I would assume I used to think it would be how interesting the movie looks, especially like the time it's released. But I mean, obviously, we have like films like shit. What was the last movie that we assume? What horror movie did we think was going to do great, but nobody watched it?
Well, I know
like the last few months.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, it was something a while back and opened up poorly. I mean, because we're
Yeah.
not talking about Quarantine, because that opened
no.
up number one in its first weekend.
Right.
It dropped off, but
Right.
I don't know. But there's
The Ruins.
okay.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
The Ruins is one of. It's hard to tell because
Yeah.
look, a lot of these movies that do well they're based on a property that everybody knows, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Right.
Amityville Horror.
That's gonna do well, yeah.
Everybody knows those, and they have a supernatural element to them too. I mean, everybody knows Leatherface. Everybody knows Jason.
Yeah.
When you get something like The Hitcher, that's a classic movie. But these young kids who make these movies, number one, it depends on the marketing that goes behind them and what elements you have in there. I don't think The Hitcher is something that really appeals to these teenagers.
No,
right
because
here.
The Hitcher didn't even do that well when it was released. I mean, I think that it had a bigger market on video.
Yeah.
If I'm right.
And
Yeah,
it was about a
bigger
guy,
market on video and on cable. That's how I discovered
exactly.
So,
it was HBO, DVD,
and
all that.
and it just became a
VHS.
cult hit,
It became rediscovered. But that movie is not as huge as something like Amityville Horror or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it doesn't have a recognizable antagonist in it, a villain such as
Or just a mass appeal, like a Freddy Krueger or
it doesn't have a
Myers.
horror icon in there or anything like
Right.
that. Now we had something that was really so much more poor than the Hitcher, and that was Prom Night. But that movie opened number one.
It did.
And now I think the reason why is because that movie had a lot of teenagers in it.
It's about the
And
prom.
it was about the prom. Yes.
It's about the prom.
And a lot of kids are going to go see, oh, my prom's coming up. I'm in high school. It's a movie about a killer at prom.
Yeah.
And they made the movie number one.
You
It
get all
was-
your
and-
dumb friends and you go and you check it out and you have a good time.
And it was a terrible movie. The Hitcher, for say what you will about it, not great, but ran circles around something like this movie because the Hitcher is one of those movies where, again, you had a villain. You don't know why he was coming after these people. You know why he was crazy. He kind of seemed like a sensible guy at first, but why is he going nuts? Like, what is he so pissed off about that he got to like chase these kids down?
Exactly. And the cool thing about that movie is it gave you a reason why you should definitely listen to your mother about not picking up Hitchhikers, because after watching that film, you will have no desire to pick up another fucking hitchhiker in your life.
Yeah, 'cause you might pick up a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know why people pick up hitchhikers anyway.
You beat the fuck out of me. They're bored. They're looking for some excitement in their life. I guess. I don't know.
My friend even told me, because it's gonna be fucked up either way. It might be like some Cheech and Chong shit. Like somebody has their legs out. And you think they're in hot
Yeah,
pants. They got some
that's
fine
right.
legs. They turn around. It's a guy in a beard.
Yeah.
Okay, man, stop the car.
Or my dad told me a guy named Gaynor. He's a fucked up name. A guy named Gaynor. He told me a story about. He's like, yeah, Corey, there's a really nice looking woman out there needing a ride, and I stopped the car to let her in, and from a ditch far away, there was 3 other men coming out from under there, and I sped and drove off. I said, yeah, you thought you about to get some ass.
I know, right?
You about to get your ass whooped.
And that's the problem with hitchhikers. They're never the hitchhikers you ever want to pick up. Like the hot chick with the big knockers, looking to have a good time with the cut off shirt at the bottom.
Yeah, do you think that exists? You think a chick's gonna put herself? She's like, I'm putting myself in a rape situation.
You know what? But it's funny you say that, because I actually knew one girl she was a gorgeous girl, but she loved hitchhiking from Austin to San Marcos.
She's still alive.
And she's still alive. And she was a petite girl, gorgeous. But she used to tell me about this, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you? What world are you living in? Haven't you seen The Hitcher?
It's what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah.
So how far was that trip? Did it last 2 blocks? She jumped out the car.
I know.
Well, I'm through with that.
I was like, yeah, but no. I mean, I'm sure she always got to where she needed to go.
She got down to the quickie mark
but
and
I'm
jumped
like,
out the car.
I mean, you got to be there. There's something suspicious. I mean, like seeing somebody like her on the street, you're picking her up. You got to think a scenario is going to happen like what your dad experienced.
Man, I don't buy that.
always
I don't.
waiting for that.
Did you ever experience her doing this?
What?
Hitchhiking.
Oh, her doing it?
Yeah.
Oh no, me and friends knew that she was doing that. Yeah, no, because
Okay.
my friends from San Marcos, it happened.
Okay. All right.
Retarded.
Well, I'm glad.
Don't do
she's-
that, kid.
I'm glad she's still here. I don't buy.
too.
Like I said, I think she got down the street and jumped out the window. Yikes! She looked like that scene in Marley and Me that I showed where that dog is hanging halfway out the window
yeah.
and his legs are walking.
Yeah.
That was your friend. She was walking with her hands trying to get out the window while the car's still moving.
Right.
Let me go. So
Oh, God.
okay, let's see. Okay,
Next question.
All right, this comes from. You will laugh, but it comes from Sicky Nicks.
Oh my god.
I love the reaction. Oh my god, what the fuck is up with this? Okay,
Crazy names.
it says greetings, and he gives us a new term. He gives us a new term here.
Oh, yeah?
He's a spiliac.
Spiliac.
I had never heard that
Wow.
one.
That's catchy.
Yeah,
I
that's,
like
yeah, that's a C. Greetings.
Spiliak.
Greetings. He says, I'm a Spiliak in Germany.
Oh,
And he says, wait a minute. Okay, this is not me.
is it German?
Okay, this is not me. It must be some German thing because this is not me saying this. He says, first of all,
Oh, come
that's
on.
like a
He's from Germany. Come on.
that's like a snack food. I'll have a first of all with some cheese.
First of all,
I think he's trying to say first of all. And maybe he thinks so. He would say
I know.
First of all.
I know. God, Corey, you're ruthless. He's from Germany. Come on, man.
first of all. He
They
said,
can't grasp the American alphabet or something.
I can't grasp the American alphabet.
Obviously not.
We got 5 different words for one thing. Okay. First of all, I really respect what you guys.
I like how you say that. But first of all,
I'm gonna read it like he writes it. I know he's from Germany. Okay,
Yeah, let's
but I
keep
can only
making
read
fun
this
of
like
him.
he's writing. All right.
Yes. First of all,
First of all,
Clink.
I really respect what your guys doing, and your videos and podcasts always made my day. So that's it with the ass kissing. All right. Now I have a Jackie Chan question for you guys. I'm a huge Jackie fan, Chan. I love all of his old movies, but after Rumble in the Bronx, his movies slowly started going downhill. First of all,
Really?
I'm not lying. That's in there. First of all, did you agree? Secondly, which are your favorite films from Jackie Chan?
Ooh.
Okay. He says here's a Drunken Master 2, Army of God 2, and Dragons Forever. Drunken Master 2 and Army of God are really great movies.
Drunken Master 2.
Super Cop.
Drunken Master 2, yes, I was going to say Super Cop and Drunken Master 2, but Drunken Master 2 will always be the ultimate
That's the
Jackie
one.
Chan film. That is fucking hardcore, fucking balls to the wall, action-packed badassery.
Man, I remember seeing at the college campus here a long time ago.
Hog
They showed-
Theater.
Hog Theater. They
Yes,
showed
that's
Dragon.
where that's where I
Drunken
saw
Master 2.
all of them. I went every.
That's why I saw
weekend,
Super
yes.
Cop and
Super Cop, yeah.
Man, and I watched that and I could not believe what I was seeing.
Oh,
I got
those-
chills watching
I
Drunken
know
Master 2.
that was where I got my Jackie Chan fix.
Kids.
and, you
You
I
kids who
feel
are like
bad for
10
a lot
years,
of kids. Yeah,
if you're 10 years old or younger, you really don't appreciate Jackie Chan because you've seen Jackie Chan do some of his worst things. I mean, come
yes.
on, man.
Rush
Hour,
and
all those
and
Rush Hour.
Shanghai
The
Nights.
Tuxedo.
yeah.
The Tuxedo's horrible.
I saw it. I had to review it.
Yeah,
It was
that's
terrible.
right.
It was terrible.
And
Yeah.
you
I felt
look-
bad. I felt bad. But you know what? It's like I can't honestly blame Jackie Chan because you can only work with what you're given. And
Yeah.
obviously, these films, people were trying to write films for him, and it's just like they didn't understand Jackie Chan. All of a sudden, he became a comedian.
Yeah.
and I don't know.
And,
It is sad, But I will tell you this: he was in Cannonball Run, right?
Yes. Yes,
And,
I do.
The best part was where he's fucking beating everybody's ass and he splits his pants open.
Oh, and what was he in? He was in another movie here, the Chamber or something like that. It was,
damn!
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I
it
want
was
to
released
say
from Canon Movies.
okay. I know he did a movie with Danny Aiello.
Maybe that was it.
called
It was
I think it was like The Brawler or something like that.
It was
Shit.
it was something older than
Yeah.
that too. It was
Yeah.
It was an
Oh,
American
really?
movie, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
and he's done some serious stuff here,
Yeah,
but
okay.
but yeah, I mean, Drunken Master was a serious role,
yeah.
for him, and then Drunken Master 2 is more comedic.
Yeah.
But incredible movie, man. So to
Check
answer
those
your
out,
question. After a Rumble in the Bronx, I mean, when you cross over, you said it yourself.
Yeah.
You're writing for a guy you don't understand, and he's trying to cross over. So he's taking a lot of things just because he wants to
Yeah.
have world appeal. I mean, he's conquered the world except for America,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
so now that he's here, we're giving him some of the dumbest shit to do.
Yeah, and I guess Rush Hour. The first movie was obviously a success, but it's not. Yeah,
And
it's
look,
nothing.
man.
If I want to turn people on to Jackie Chan, I will not show him any of those movies.
And Rush Hour was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's funny, but as far as Jackie Chan and what he's all about, no, I would never.
No,
I would never show anybody that.
no. After Rumble in the Bronx, I think that's where he really started to try to cross over. And yeah, his movies went downhill.
Yeah.
And look, Jackie Chan's getting older.
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean, and he can only do the same thing over and over again. So
yeah.
I mean that guy's like over 50 now, and you can.
But I'm
tell
always
that he's
rooting.
going
I'm
down.
always rooting for him. I always think at least someday somebody will put him in a badass movie like Hero or something, to where hopefully he can really shine if he wants to do that.
here's a very basic question. I'm not going to
Okay.
even go into it because I mean we can. You can go all day with
Shoot,
this.
Corey.
Taylor says, "Is there any movie or actor or actress that was snubbed from the Oscars that you believe should have been nominated or maybe even won the award?" I mean, look, you can look throughout history, and I mean, and it's based on opinion too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I always talk about how I thought Saving Private Ryan should have won Best Picture over Shakespeare in Love. If you look at what do you call it, Martin Scorsese's career. Tons of movies you think Raging Bull should have won the year that it was out.
Taxi Driver, for crying out loud.
Goodfellas, all
Yes.
all those movies have
Nope.
been. Yeah, he's been. It's almost a joke how he's been just not given the attention that he should have from the Oscars.
Right.
Woody Allen, some people argue, is another guy like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there are, man. You can go on and on. That's such a
Yeah.
broad question. I mean, you can't really pinpoint it.
Yeah.
And like I said, you might have your favorites, and it might be different from somebody else. Leon believed very strongly that Shakespeare in Love should have got Best Picture. So what am I going to tell him? I mean, hey, and good for him. It won, and he was satisfied.
And they're two completely different films. So,
I
yeah,
disagree,
it's-
but that's the thing. It's two different tastes.
Right.
I mean, he's not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Right.
All right. So anyway, let's move on to the next. Yeah, fuck your question.
So that took the soul out of you, Corey.
First of all. Okay, so here's a question from Jordan Cobb, who says,
Mr. Cobb.
I have a question. Okay, well, for y'all. All right. Yeah, of course you have a question. It's something reading obvious. I have a question.
I have a question.
Have any of you guys seen a straight-to-DVD movie that you guys thought would do well in theaters?
Oh.
It's a good question.
All right. Well, I have mine.
What is it?
Equilibrium. Equilibrium, that movie I rented almost on a whim just because I was like, well, there's Christian Bale. It's the guy from American Psycho. It kind of looks like a Matrix ripoff. The cover, is telling me that, but fuck it. I don't know what else to rent, so I'll rent this. I rented it. I checked it out. Well, I say I rented it, actually. We'll get into
Okay,
that.
all right.
But
You did what you had to do.
holy Jesus, did that movie just blow me the fuck away? I mean, I felt like I stumbled upon a gold gem in the movie world that nobody had ever seen. After I saw that movie, I called almost every one of my friends who I knew would appreciate this movie. I showed it to them, and they were equally as blown away. And my God, it seemed like a ripple effect as far as friends I knew who were recommending that movie to other people. But me personally, I think that I can watch that movie more than I can The Matrix. I think Taye Diggs, I think that's probably his best performance in that movie, as far as just intensity from Taye Diggs, and it really it blew me away. The action scenes, I think, are still by far probably the best action sequences I've seen in the longest time.
I see. Even then, I'm wondering if technically, I think it was released very shortly, and because I saw it in the theaters.
Yeah, you told me you saw it in the theater, but I
Yeah.
think that was just like a sneak peek.
Well, it was a
sneak
press screening.
It was a press.
It was a
screening.
press screening, and I think I heard that it was released for a weekend or something somewhere. I'm not sure, so you could
Yeah.
be right. I mean, I think that it did go somewhere for a little while. I myself, I don't have any. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
I really, everything I've seen so many things that I felt should have gone straight to DVD, but
Yeah.
I have yet to see anything
You
really
thought it was
that
worthy of a movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
You,
It's
but
gone-
you know what's funny is after I saw, like, while I was watching Equilibrium, I told myself, and it's funny because I was like, wow, fucking this guy Christian Bale, he should be fucking Batman. And then of course,
And then-
I heard later
look
on
at that.
when I heard the news, it blew me away. It's like
Wow.
somebody read my mind, and I was so like, fuck yeah. It was great. It was like dream casting come true.
Wow,
Thank God
co-host.
for it. See, I know
Look at you.
things.
the power of insight, foresight, more sight. The
Yeah.
clock on the wall reads a quarter past midnight. Damn.
I remember.
People like, the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, it's
Hey, it's that satanic beard kicking in.
That satanic
Reads
beard.
a quarter past midnight.
All right, man. Well, that's a good question. If I
yeah.
think of something, I will, but I really can't think of anything that I've seen. I've seen some imports from other countries that I thought maybe should have played in theaters, but it really didn't. So, all right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. We have a question from Patrick. I'll tell you one movie that I thought I saw on DVD that I thought should get a wider release and it only played for a week. Idiocracy.
There you go.
That
Yeah.
movie played for a week here in Austin.
Yeah, it
Everywhere
did.
else, it played in another city. Everywhere else, they just dumped it.
And I was shocked, you know.
Yeah.
And obviously, the rumor behind that was the studio had no idea how to market that film. So, so they kind of just threw it out there.
Okay, so let's see here.
See that movie if you haven't. Look for it.
All right, Patrick says, "Oh yeah, that was a Mike Judge movie, by the way."
Yes.
Too. Yeah. Oh, okay. Patrick says, "Good day, sir. I was just wondering." Good evening. Yeah, good evening. I was just wondering, seeing that Halloween has been remade and Friday the 13th is getting a complete and total reboot, what do you think will happen to Freddy Krueger? Do we expect a remake or a total reboot or nothing at all? They have been talking about doing that reboot for a while.
Yeah, they I think they're still in the process of trying to get the rights. I mean, I know Platinum Dunes, they obviously want to do it, but I don't think they have the go from whoever's holding the rights to I guess New Line.
Well, Wes Craven was all about it too, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to do it. In fact, I think I don't know, is he helping to produce that
I don't
movie,
know.
Last House on the Left?
Yes.
That's his movie.
I think he's a producer on that, yeah. So,
Okay.
But no, as far as that whole Nightmare on Elm Street thing, I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, Robert Englund will always be Freddy Krueger. I mean, for crying out loud, I thought he did a damn good job in Freddy vs. Jason. I mean, it's still the same character and is very true to what it is. So I don't know why you need to replace him. I mean, he's obviously covered in tons of makeup. Now, I wish they'd make a fucking good Nightmare on Elm Street film. I mean, and the thing is, I've said this time and time again, I don't know if it's a rumor, but Peter Jackson apparently wrote a Nightmare on Elm Street script. I think he wrote it for part 4 or part 5, but apparently the studio just for whatever reason didn't make it, and they haven't. The rumor is it's in a vault somewhere, and I would kill to read a Peter Jackson script about Freddy Krueger.
Well,
crying out loud.
I think it's. I think they want to make it. I'm looking online and everything.
They've been wanting to make it. I mean, Platinum Dunes even announced.
Well, they have they say they want to do a 2010 release,
right?
And they even have a director. There's some guy named Wesley Strick.
Oh yeah.
And Wes Craven is on board as a writer.
Oh, he is?
So
okay.
Perhaps in 2010 they will do this. Now, my opinion on Nightmare on Elm Street. Have you seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street lately?
No, I watch it almost every year, to be honest.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Do you not like it?
I'm not a big fan of it. I came into the whole thing late. The first Nightmare on Elm Street movie that I saw was the second one, and that one is horrible. And
you know what? It's horrible, but it definitely has some really great moments.
There's some
a story overall, not the best. But
now, when's the last time you seen that? They got this really bad gay character in there. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he's so poorly written, the stereotype, and
yeah.
I mean, it's not scary. Now, I've seen the first movie that I saw was that one. Then I saw Dream Warriors. That is my favorite.
Dream Warriors will always be my epic.
Yeah, that is a great movie.
Yes, that is,
because it's not only just a horror movie; it's a fantasy film. It's an adventure movie. It's and the guy who wrote it was the guy who directed one of your favorite movies. We talked to
who. Help me out. I don't even know who.
He directed the Mist.
The Mist.
Frank
Darabont. No shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He wrote that.
Right.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
And I love that movie. Now I go back and I look at Nightmare on Elm Street. I got on board on that late, so I don't have the nostalgia, the fan fervor of that.
See, that's like
it's not scary to me. It's outdated to me.
First discovering Freddy Krueger. Yeah, I mean, when I watched that the first time I saw, I wanted to be Freddy Krueger after I watched that film, and that's how much that film had an impact. That's where I get a lot of my comedy from.
Hello, kiddies.
Exactly.
I love soul food.
I always loved it when the girls are running away screaming, and then Freddy would call out their names, and he's like, "Hey, Tina," and they'd stop, turn around, and then he'd look at them with his crazy eyes, and then he'd look at his hand, and he'd look back at him. He's like, "Watch this," and he'd take his blades, and he'd end up cutting off all his fingers, and then he's seeing like this yellow blood spurt out of his hands, and he starts looking at it, he starts laughing, and then laughing at her, and you're like, okay, you are completely fucked.
See, I guess by the time I got by the time I got into Freddy Krueger, he already made a song with the Fresh Prince,
the Fresh Prince, and the Fat Boys,
and the Fat,
I owned all those cassettes.
Okay, rapping with Freddie Freddy Krueger.
I'm coming to get you.
Now, Freddy Krueger is such a comedian. Now he's a comedian. He's a rapper. You know, he hosted his own show.
He was on MTV for crying out loud.
Yeah.
He's doing promotion like crazy for
exactly.
for Nightmare on Elm
Go see
Street
my
3 and
movie.
4. Yeah,
I love 3, but I tell you, man, if they want to do a reboot, I'm against all these reboots happening, but. Hey, the first one just doesn't do it for me. If they want to reimagine Freddy Krueger so that he's not going around making jokes and being funny, now he's a cartoon now.
Right.
I mean, he could have his own Saturday morning cartoon right now. I'm serious. The Crypt Keeper did.
no, he had his own TV show for a little while.
Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah. Where he was the Rod Serling of that
He came
show.
out. That's what I'm saying. He came out.
Yeah.
Hi, kiddos.
Oh yeah, he is. But I always think it's like you can make the same argument about the aliens and aliens not being scary anymore. But I'm like,
you know
there-
me, man. You
there's
know
all-
I hate.
There's,
these
I
alien
know.
movies. Alien
But I
versus
always
Predator.
think there is a story out there where those characters can be scary again. I mean, but you almost have to do some really. I would imagine you'd have to do some really brutal killings, to get that across, or do some clever killings in a way. And that's what I loved about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. There was just some imaginative, like insane, like dream sequences that I loved, and I will never understand why they didn't carry that on. With the rest of the series.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well,
But hey,
would you care if they did a reboot or not?
Honestly, I wouldn't care. It'd be interesting. Even though I hate to see Robert Englund not be Freddy Krueger, just because, to me, he will always be.
Because I mean, he ain't got nothing else to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. and I like it. I liked Freddy versus Jason. So
Yeah.
But that's just me. So
All right. Hey, here's a good question.
All
here.
right.
It's from Mac Cheekerson.
Wow.
And she says, a few years ago, I saw a film called Art School Confidential, which was marketed as a fun sort of college movie, though I ended up leaving the theater with the overwhelming feeling of dread. Damn, that was deep.
Did you ever see that movie?
No, I didn't. I have it somewhere in here, but
Yeah.
I've never watched
It's
it. so
interesting.
maybe-
Yeah. I mean,
So you've seen it?
yeah, I have.
Did
seen
you
it.
have
I've
dread when
really-
you watched it?
It was.
Yeah, this is like watching Nightmare on Elm Street. This is our Freddy Krueger, Our School Confidential. But she says, do you have any stories of being tricked by an ad campaign into having a certain perception of a movie, and upon seeing it, finding out that you were not delivered what the ads promised? She says, by the way, I love what you're doing. I love your site. Thanks so much for reading.
Hooray.
Mac Cheekerson. Mac Cheeky Monkey. I know one for you.
Yeah. What is it?
Ultraviolet.
Yeah. Ultraviolet. You had to bring that up.
You were so eager to see that.
Because it was from the director of Equilibrium. Because
Exactly.
honestly, after watching Equilibrium, and then I was pumped to go see Ultraviolet. And when I did, oh my God, it was like if I had balls, it was like a swift kick in the balls, not once, but at least 5 times. I don't know what happened. It's almost like everything that he wished he could, I guess he could have done with Equilibrium, he threw into this movie because somebody finally gave him some money. And that movie suffered from way too many fucking ideas all thrown in. And I know, like, thank God this didn't happen. I mean, this could have been, this is fate taking its course. But the last fight scene at the end of Ultraviolet, he had intentionally wanted to do that for Equilibrium. And thank God that didn't happen, because that was the most ridiculous fight scene at the end with the swords on fire.
Okay. I never saw the movie.
That movie suffered just from way too many concepts.
That's the movie where it was about
Too many
vampires
ideas.
killing.
Yeah, it was a half
looked-
thought out.
It looked like
convoluted
Speed
idea.
Racer, but it was about vampires.
No, it was badly put together.
Well, speaking of Speed Racer, I remember kind of, and you're gonna think I'm silly, but I knew Speed Racer was going to be this visual movie, and I knew it was
Right.
going to be kind of over the top, but I didn't expect it. I knew it was going to be somewhat a tamed down movie that the Wachowski brothers did for children, but I didn't expect it to be as goofy as it was. I mean, the trailers pitched it as, we're going to be a visual movie. We're not going to be very violent, but we're going to be kind of take this seriously and be badass with it.
Right.
And the movie wasn't badass. It was goofy.
It was goofy. It was a children's movie,
And that's fine. It was, but it was
yeah.
pitched to me as something different.
Yeah,
and
I think if it was marketed honestly the way the movie was made, which is obviously a children's film, it would have done a lot better.
I think it would have done a lot better too.
Yeah.
The other movie that I saw was Defiance. It's not a bad movie, but it's more of a drama than the action film that is being.
The action day, okay. Because
that is being marketed as.
when I saw that trailer, you were in the room, and I was like, damn, Corey, I want to see that. You got to let me go. That's James Bond fighting Nazis.
That's what you think. You think it's going to be James Bond? The way I described it as the way
Jew
the action
Bond
was
versus
going,
the Nazis.
yeah, exactly, man. I told people I was expecting this movie to open up like Terminator 2 with Robo Jews killing people. You know, I mean, that's why I said in the review that we did. So I just ruined the review, but yeah. So when I saw it, it was a little slower and a little more of a drama, as I said, and I was like, all right, look, and I wouldn't even be. I'm not as shallow as to just want an action film,
right?
But it's just not that good in even its drama,
right?
So I don't know. There's a lot of movies that do that. I mean, I've seen so many movies where I thought it was marketed as one thing and it ended up being something else. Right. Sometimes it's better. Look, I gave not the best review to Marley and Me. I said it was okay, but I thought that movie was going to be a dumb dog movie.
Right.
It ended up being a movie about a family, and I liked the movie for that. So,
you know what? Unbreakable, at least for me, the way that movie was marketed, it was almost marketed like a sequel to The Sixth Sense. And as soon as I'm sitting there in the theater with a bunch of old people. I mean, that same crowd that went out to see The Sixth Sense, that same crowd was in the room. Waiting to see The Sixth Sense Part 2, and when the story started to unfold, you were like, is this a comic book movie? Is this like a comic book origin
I heard
film?
some people were hot after that movie. They
Oh,
were mad.
no, there was people walking out like, I paid all that money for a stupid comic book movie.
Boy, there was some people mad about
and
that
I
shit,
loved
man.
it. I was like, wow. I was blown away.
I loved
because
it,
I had
too.
no idea that's what I was going to get.
But I have to admit, though, I mean, I feel bad for those people because it was pitched as something else.
Oh, yeah.
And I know some people walked out of there and they're like, God damn it, these funny books again.
I've been bamboozled.
I've been hornswoggled. Uh-oh, man.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on?
I got
Speak to me.
an email here from Suicide for Life.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, shit, that's
That's
the
an
new,
oxymoron.
That's the new rapper right now, Suicide for Life.
Suicide for life.
Yeah, what the hell is going on with you? What rap group are you in?
Yeah.
This dude's in jail. It's a suicide. All right.
For life.
For life, motherfucker. I was dead before I was born. All right. It says, I guess for both of us, he says, what's up, Corey? What do you think about today's music? Some people say rap is dead and that rock sucks, but there is a lot of good underground rappers and good unknown rock groups. What are your thoughts about this?
Wow.
Yes, there is. I just got through talking to somebody last night. I mean, just to get right down to it. I love hip hop.
Yeah.
But today, I'm sorry, your mainstream hip hop is sounding the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into the stuff that hip hop is so bland right now that I'm into shit that people do that they experiment with it and it's and it's crazy. I mean, okay, people, if you're not into hip hop, tune out for a second. Let me just recommend some things for some people out there.
We'll get a glass of some oil.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be right back. I'm talking about stuff like things from the Stone Throw label where you got people just experiment like they did like with jazz or experimental music. You got like Mad Lib doing stuff. You got MF Doom. You got Peanut Butter Wolf doing crazy things. Then you got East Coast people like Kool Keith doing crazy shit.
Kool Keith. Yeah, he's boy. He has like what 2-3 really good albums, and the rest of them
the motherfuckers insane.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah, just
Insanity.
crazy. Yeah. I mean, but then again, you got some mainstream people who have gone off and done some things that are experimental, but they've been able to like maintain their audience and maintain their limelight within the mainstream. Outkast is a great example of that.
Right.
Outkast. Excuse me, but when they started out, excuse my language, when Outkast started out, they were Southern niggas, all right? I mean, they were scary white people. Yeah. And I never would have thought that they would have got to the point where you got Andre 3000 on stage in a green Wrigley spearmint suit talking about, hey. I mean, they crossed over. They had crossover hits, and it was good.
Right.
The Love Below, fucking great album, man. Big Boy is still remaining some of, you got he's more hip hop than Andre 3000 is sometimes, but still doing some great shit, man. You had some people like going out. I mean, Gnarls Barkley, that dude came from Goody Mob. Goody Mob would walk into a neighborhood that was white and immediately they wouldn't take 2 feet without being arrested by the cops.
Yeah.
That's how scared brothers looking like they just got out of jail with cornrows and afros and crazy looking shit. And now we got Gnarls Barkley working with Danger Mouse, doing like his crossover shit. So I mean, the music is out there, whether it be mainstream or not.
Yeah, the music's always out there. It's just a matter of looking for it. You know.
Yeah, and as far as your rock goes, I mean, you got people who crossed over and they still managed to do experimental shit. I mean, look at Ghostland Observatory and things like that.
Right.
I mean, a lot of your college radio, they go with these rock bands that are doing real cool shit. And I mean, you're always going to hear it on college radio. And a lot of these bands, more than hip hop,
that's the only way to really hear anything new or exciting is going back to college radio again. You know, or just trying to. Or there's plenty of online, I guess outlets to find like. Music like a Pandora's Box. That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Pandora's Box.
Oh, you talking? Wait a minute, not is it Pandora or is it Pandora's Box?
I think it's Pandora's Box.
Because I got something called Pandora on my
Maybe
phone.
now I'm confused, but no, I think it's either I think it is Pandora's Box. Basically, where you enter in a band that you like.
That's Pandora.
Pandora, is that Pandora? Okay, then it's Pandora.
Is this what you're talking about right here? That's a symbol for it.
Which one? Point it to me.
Basically
so.
on Pandora,
Okay,
you enter a band or a song, and
yeah.
it makes a station for you.
Yeah, it makes a station for you, and it pulls out artist.
That it?
Hold on, it's pulling up.
It has to be the same thing.
It probably is. Yeah, where you type in you.
Oh, sorry.
You type in the artist's name.
Shut up!
And then it pulls out. It goes into its search engine and it pulls out a bunch of bands that you would like. That's either
Pandora.
The same. Okay, Pandora. There you go. Pandora. Awesome way to find new music for me because honestly, it's hard. It's hard to find new shit out there. So Pandora, if you're trying to look for something that you're into, but you just don't know where to go, that's the best way to look. Honestly,
Yeah.
it will pull up. It will pull up artists that are somewhat fall in the same genre or are close to what you do like. And it's a good way of going through and figuring out what's good and what's not. So,
Man, I've been seeing. So I've been going to shows. You're right, because you got to look. You just got to go to.
you really have to
experiment.
dig, yeah.
I've been going to shows, both hip hop and rock shows, and a lot of these are indie rock bands. I mean, I saw some bands about 2 months ago, like some band called Deer Hunter, another band called Black Lips.
Yeah.
And they're a bunch of white guys, and so I mean, this even more so than hip hop. There's so many rock bands out there that you're never going to hear about. I mean, they just
no.
but they're doing good shit though.
Yeah, there's good music. You just have to look for it. So that's part of the fun. That's every time I discover a band that nobody's heard of, I always love turning people on to music. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's the same here, man.
Yeah,
So you want to do a couple more emails?
yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Actually, I have one email that I'll save that one for last. 'Cause,
Okay. Well,
it's
let me
it's
go ahead
more
and
my type of question.
Let me
Yeah.
stop and save this real quick, and we'll read a couple
All
more
right.
emails.
Go for it.
I just got on the site for a little bit to look around, and somebody just joined, like a minute ago, and already started a forum called "Fuck You, Kent." I was like, "Damn, Kent, what did you do to this
Wow.
person, man?"
Kent, what is going
We
on?
need to make him a recruiter. Kent, and I like Kent. I got nothing against Kent. Kent
Kent's
came to
cool.
visit us. I mean, Kent's a cool guy. I mean, I don't know what
Regardless of I
don't know what he's doing to people on the site.
regardless of the crap he puts on the site, sometimes meeting him in person, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah, he was good to us. But I was just like, damn, I saw so-and-so has just joined the Spill.com community. And then right above that it said, the so-and-so has just posted a blog that says, "Fuck you, Kent." I was like, damn, man.
Yikes!
All right, well, hey, to each their
Kent
own,
will
right?
be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
he's going to bounce back. He always
Yeah,
does.
he does.
I know he's hurt, but All right, let's see here. Here we go. We'll read 2 or 3 more emails here.
All right.
All right. Let's see. This one is from Stephen Le.
Stephen Le.
Like Le Pew or Pepe Le Pew. It says Stephen Le.
Stephen Le.
All right. He says, I've recently read an article on the New York Times. He says on New York Times, but on New York Times about laid off investment bankers. See, okay, let me read. I have to go in and fill words. Okay, hold on.
Are we talking about
I'm
bankers
sorry.
now?
It's not me, people. I have to fill in words.
What
all
do
right?
you think about the
I
stock-
recently read an
stock
article
market?
on the New York Times about laid off investment bankers taking on creative jobs since they probably got a generous severance package. I understand that. Such as screenwriting and improv. So, who do you find are notable directors or writers who have come from a background completely unrelated to film?
Ooh. Wow.
I mean,
Beats me. I know a few actors that have, like Harrison Ford, who was
he was a carpenter. Yeah,
before, yeah.
That's a. I don't know. That's a good question, man. I mean, I can't really, as of recent, I can't really think of anyone. I mean, you get always a lot of actors who have been discovered.
Right.
They were models. They fit the role so much that somebody said, "Hey, you don't have any prior experience." Yeah. Such as Frank Miller just hiring that guy to play the Spirit. Yeah. That guy will never work again. No, I don't. No,
he won't. Kidding. Have you seen the Spirit?
No, I have not. But he said this is an unknown. I want him to be in the Spirit. Mm-hmm. They have this guy who played Notorious B.I.G. Mm-hmm. He was a rapper. They said he just fit the role of Notorious B.I.G.
Right.
As far as people who come from, I mean, you're making it sound like who out there who has not, who might have been some sort of business person,
right,
or investment person has crossed over into doing creative stuff. I mean, chances are those people you probably won't know.
Yeah.
I mean, those are people who will probably be behind the scenes, or they're giving their money to a project, they're funding something.
They seem more like they would end up in a role as like a producer or something.
Yeah, those are people whose names you probably, they're not famous, so you don't know. Right. I know a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the movie? It's based on a video game. Uh-huh. What was the name of that movie? Wayne Commander.
Wing Commander. Yeah. Okay.
Wayne Commander. Yeah, Wayne Commander. The director of that movie, he ran a game company.
That's right. Yeah.
I forgot his name. I hate to talk shit about the guy. Well, it's been years, so he's had a chance to get over it. But he wanted to make a movie, and he wanted to make a movie based on his creation, Wayne Commander.
Right.
So he did it. He got the funding somehow.
Yeah. He had Freddie Prinze Jr.
Had Freddie Prinze Jr.
The cast of Scooby-Doo was in there.
Yeah. Actually, Freddie Prinze Jr. and the guy who played
exactly.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
Forgot that guy's name, but he had him in there. So he I remember, his game company was right across the street from the company I worked for. Mm-hmm. And you know Michael Washburn, right?
Right.
Michael comes over and he says, we're hanging out, and he says, Corey, the what's his name's about to have a screening of his movie. You want to watch it?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, let's go drive and watch it, man. So I said, they'll let me in. He's like, yeah. So we went. The theater was full of his employees.
Was I with you? Because I saw it because we had to do a review. I remember for the old show. But I remember seeing.
You weren't with me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you were there in the theater somehow. If you knew of somebody that invited you, I don't know.
I was there for a screening because I remember we reviewed it.
Okay, maybe you went to a screening, but I went to the screening that the director had for his employees that worked at this game company. Digital Anvil was the name of the company.
Right.
So all these employees in there, they're captive. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much like, I'm your boss. Get your ass over and watch this movie.
You better be thoroughly entertained if you want to work. If you want that check.
Yeah, exactly. You ever want to work in this business again?
Yes.
Now, I get in there, and we watch the movie. The movie's bad. I mean, the movie's really bad.
He made you watch it again. He thought it was so good.
He comes out, hey, guys, you like it? And everybody's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, you love it, huh?
Yeah. Rewind it again. Let's watch it.
That shit.
You guys, this is a full work day. You don't mind? Okay, all right. No, but that's what happened. He came after I fell asleep, woke up, the shit was still on. I looked at Michael. Michael was like, oh, shit. And so
you talk about an epic fail. You talk about somebody trying to emulate something like Star Wars and it just failing miserably.
Now, that guy, not only did he direct the movie, he had a little cameo in there where he was one of his the little fighter spaceships. All right, here I go, Fighter One coming in, and the audience kind of had to clap when he was on screen.
Oh God!
and so
horrible.
When it was all done, now if the movie had been great, employees they want nothing more but for their boss to succeed, especially if they made you sit down and watch something. And so the moment the lights went up, people would have gave it a standing ovation. They would have been like, "Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah." Okay, so the movie's over, credits roll, lights go up. People just sitting there.
Oh, shit.
And the director comes out, who owns the company.
Right.
And he says, he has to ask people, so, what did you think? And that's when people are like, fuck, man, I guess I got it. Okay, yeah.
Oh, no.
And
That's when you truly lost your soul.
and I felt so I
When
felt
you're
so
in the
bad.
seat clapping.
I was like, yeah, man, you run. Okay,
Where was Leon when you needed him?
tell some jokes.
Tell some jokes.
And they're like, wait a minute, this movie is a joke.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for that guy. I mean, I hope if we ever run into each other, and
Yeah.
that's hey, big chance of that. But if we do, I'm sorry.
Shit
I
happens.
don't-
Hey,
yeah,
I salute him for making a film.
But that's
the hardest thing to do.
yeah.
But,
That was a
yeah.
business guy.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he was in the creative business,
Right.
but a business guy who I saw tried to make a movie. And it didn't go over too well. Now, I ain't gonna criticize too much because look, I do a bunch of different things. I want to make another movie, so the same thing could probably happen to me. Hey, co-host, y'all get to the room. Co-host, what you think?
I don't know you. Don't know you. I don't know you.
Rolling out the room. Where you going?
Away from you and your film.
But
That's what you want to
yeah.
call it.
But that's the only one that I knew who was a
Yeah.
business guy whose name was up front. Now you got people who already. I mean, like I guess you got David Geffen who's running a company, and his company is does animation and films. He's running a company with Spielberg, DreamWorks.
Yeah,
So I
Oh, who's remember the guy who was the producer on Batman, the notorious guy who was a hairdresser before he became a producer?
Yeah.
Damn, his name. I used to remember his name, like it was written on the back of my head.
Now it's right at Joe Schumacher.
No, not Joel Schumacher.
Not Joel Schumacher.
No. The producer. He was trying to get. I think he was a producer. He ended up being a producer on Superman, but he was notorious like Kevin Smith. I had this story where they'd have a meeting, and he wanted to have a giant spider in the next Superman movie because he was terrified of spiders.
And then he ended up making. He ended up
producing
making Wild Wild West.
He ended up producing Wild Wild West, and his spider idea was put in.
And that movie failed.
Damn it! Find his name, Corey. It's killing me.
He produced Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he produced Wild Wild West, and he was a hairdresser before he became a producer.
Came out in 1999.
Yes.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I bet y'all remember it before you even find it. Shit,
damn
it
man,
sucks when this happens.
Producer on that. All right. Well, go. What's your go ahead? While
But anyway, yeah. As far as like people with backgrounds, but you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. That movie didn't get a standing ovation, where a movie like Battlefield Earth did. Because I remember I saw that piece of shit.
Who was there that
on the first day? A buddy picked me up and dragged my ass to go see it with him, just out of morbid curiosity, and. Obviously, that room was filled with Scientologists and L. Ron Hubbard lovers because, I mean, that was the worst piece of shit. And at the end of that movie, people actually stood up and started to clap. I thought I was like, I thought the world was taken over by fucking. It was like the invasion of body snatchers or something.
Wow!
It made no goddamn sense.
And those fools are taking over.
No, it was very creepy.
Wow!
Look up Batman. He produced Batman.
Man,
that's where
now
he.
How important is this?
That's where he actually made his name. No, it's because we know the fucking guy's name and we just cannot figure it out.
Tracy Glazer.
Nope.
Barry Josephson.
Nope. He's a producer.
That's what I'm reading producers' names on this shit. He's our producer.
We're gonna have like 20 people come on the comments and go, "You dumbasses."
John Peters, Graham Place.
John Peters.
Okay,
John Peters. There you go. That's it. Yes.
I never would have guessed that name.
John Peters. Yes. Well, Kevin Smith has a great story about how he's a producer, yet he doesn't read any of the scripts or anything. Like Kevin Smith wrote his script for Superman, and he presented Superman to John Peters, and John Peters, he was like he was laying down on a couch. He doesn't like reading scripts, so he had Kevin Smith read his script, and the first thing he said, well, it starts off where Kal-El, and John Peters was like, Kal-El, who the hell is that?
Who is this Kal-El?
Yeah.
What is he
And
produced?
he's like, it's Superman, dude. But yeah, he went on a rant about a giant spider that he wanted Superman to face because he said he told Kevin Smith that people are terrified of spiders. And spiders are I can't remember what he said, but they're like the ultimate predator, in the animal kingdom. But Anyway, yeah, that guy got his gig as a producer, but before that, he was a hairdresser.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right.
Talk about small peas making it to the big time.
Well, I'm sure people's hair in the movie look nice. So let's see.
All right.
We have. We'll do one more here, and then we'll read the question you have.
All right. Yes, I have a question. Question sent to me,
Okay.
folks.
Okay. I'll answer this real quick, and then
All
we'll
right.
move on. What do you think of the Red Dawn remake coming out in 2010? I don't think about it.
The Red Dawn? No, I don't think about it. I haven't even read anything about that.
When I hear about a remake of something now, I'm just like, I
Who
don't
cares?
care.
Yeah, who cares?
I
We'll
mean,
wait.
really? Come
All
on.
right, Corey. Are you ready for the last question of the night?
Let's do this.
We might as well end this on a
On a
good
high note.
Yes. All right. This was sent by Keith, where it was just sent to my comment page.
Okay.
On my page, and I liked it so much. I was like, you know what?
You
Fuck
liked it so much, you got you have it like
I'm going
framed.
to present it. I'm going to present it to
Like the Academy
to
Awards.
the people. Yes, and it says here, okay, if you could have any two female celebrities have an on-screen makeout session, who would they be, and how much would you be willing to pay for the price of admission to see these people make out?
Okay.
Corey?
I don't know if it's this girl's name. I'm gonna look her name up. Meanwhile, you name yours.
Ah,
I
okay.
got two.
This
If
is an
it's-
easy one for me, brother. All right. Get this, Corey. Picture it.
Megan Fox. I knew she was gonna be there
Yes.
somewhere.
And the chick from The Unborn, Odette Yusman. Imagine those two making out, and I swear to God, both of those girls better be in panties and wife beaters, and some camel toe action better be happening for the both of them. For that, to see that on the big screen, on the silver screen, I would pay $20.
Okay.
$20 to see it on the silver screen. In person to see it, I'd pay about $300. $300 to see
In
it
person?
live. Yeah, see them film it. Yes, in person.
Okay.
$300.
That girl was good, but the other girl, the black girl in the movie, was hotter than that Odette.
That girl was
Yesman.
so fucking annoying, though, man.
But she ain't talking. She's making out. So I'm gonna say
That's true.
two Megans, and it's hot because they have the same name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Megan Good and Megan Fox.
Oh, well, as long as Megan Fox is in there, all right. But
Yeah.
you know, that girl was cute, but fucking A, was she annoying in that guy?
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. She got a tongue in her mouth from
She
Megan
better.
Fox.
Yeah.
So hey, look, it's all good right there.
It is.
I mean, we got panties, camel toes, and
Yes.
tongues going. We ain't got no talking.
Woo! Now that is a movie, and that's one hell of a question, Keith.
And you know what? I would love to see it in person, but I want it to be filmed so I can watch that over and over again.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, hell.
Sorry, people.
Let
Yeah,
me
I know.
film. Let me film it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll get the best angles. I swear.
I've given my life savings to film it.
I swear to Alibaba, I will. Yeah, that will be an epic film. That's gonna be about a 4-hour film, Corey.
I'd give all $300 of my life savings to be in the middle of that. Everything
Yes.
I got.
Oh, I'd kill people. I'd kill you, Corey, to be in the middle of that awesome mash of beauty.
My $300 in my Xbox 360.
Yes.
Oh man, that's
I'll give 2 chocolate milks.
You know what?
And Corey's live. Be in the middle of
I
that.
got chocolate yoo-hoo.
Yes.
That's you know what? For a question like that, I got to give some T-shirts to people.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
a T-shirt giving question right there.
Really? You want to give a T-shirt to Keith?
I got 3. You know, I already. There's 2 people I know. Okay,
Okay.
When I get to New York, I'm gonna make sure you guys get your T-shirts.
All right. I'm gonna make a note. Make sure. I'll get
You
his,
3 guys. Now that's the third right
Yeah,
there.
this is the third
You
right
guys listening to this, you remind me to get your T-shirts to you, and I will get them to you because that's a nice thing.
Cool.
Just for even putting that thought in my head.
I know. See, when I checked my page real quick while we had that break, and I was like, hot damn. That, because as soon as I read that, boom, right in my head, I already visualized it. It already happened.
It's good.
Yes,
It's
and
some good stuff.
that is a question. It makes me think, and it provides something for the audience to think about. And
Well,
you know what?
man.
Honestly, I want to hear the audience's opinion on who they would like to see make out. So, hey, in the comments section, put up your crazy
Now,
fantasy.
here's what's
And-
going to happen.
Yeah, oh,
We're
yeah.
going to get all these girls saying, I would like to see these 2 guys make out.
No. I don't. No,
Wait,
we,
look,
won't allow
we,
that.
we can't discriminate. We got
No,
we do
that's
that.
true.
We got to
Yeah,
let
you-
them put it up there.
You do, and I'll be sure to do
And
it.
because I know if they had Batman and Superman making out, you're gonna be enticed by it.
Never. superheroes ain't supposed to do that.
Girls, hey, look, if anybody want to do that in co-host comment section, put
No.
put all that up there. Yes.
No, well,
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that, Mike, yeah, if you're a guy and you have the two girls, be sure to put the pictures of the girls up on that. I
Make
don't
it all
mind.
worthwhile.
Yes,
Well,
that
you
I don't
asked
mind.
you asked for trouble. But while
I
I,
love
got
trouble.
this, while I got this lovely image in my head right now,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go out on a good note here.
All right.
I'm gonna say good night to everybody.
Oh, good night to all the spill. What that's the spill?
Oh, the first- let me see.
Spiliacs.
First of all, let me think.
First of all, we'd like to thank all the spiliacs.
That's like a constable. First of all, Leroy Jenkins is here.
Yes. And suicide for life
Suicide
for everyone.
for life. You better look out, suicide for life. You might get arrested by Firstable Sicky Nicks. Spiliac is what he called it.
Yes,
Right?
and don't forget PP 22
Toot, toot. Yeah, beep beep.
Good night,
All right,
you lousy
everybody.
bastards.
You punk ass people. See you.